broadcast is brought to you by Gas. For all your LPG needs, talk to the locals with knowledge. Gas, call 13 11 61, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
Check. Good afternoon. Welcome to Windsor Park here in Launceston. There's only 3 rounds to go in the TSL for 2021, so we're getting down to the business end of the season. That's certainly the case for Launceston as they head towards the minor premiership and another tilt at the premiership. And up against today, the Glenorchy team. It's had a bit of a rough patch lately, but they always come to play, do the Glenorchy Magpies, and they'll be wanting to put up a good fight here today at Windsor Park. With me in commentary this afternoon, we've got Maxie Walker, who'll be in a little while. He's been doing a bit of umpiring at Deloraine, so he's probably listening on his way in. But also joining me in commentary today is Rob Sauer. G'day, Rob.
G'day, Foz. Great to be here, and there's no truth to the rumour, Foz, that Maxie will be calling in at Four Springs on his way here. I'm heard he's coming straight to the ground. Like
your good self, you were there this morning at the opening of the trout season?
Absolutely, and I've been to AFL games with smaller crowds, Dave. A lot of people there, but a lot of fish caught and people doing the right thing, which is great.
I think you cleaned up yourself, didn't you?
I did well.
Beautiful. We've got Dave Gruber on staff today. Tony Webb is unavailable today, our boundary rider. So, Tony, I hope you're listening to our coverage here on City Park Radio. I'm sure you're back for our next broadcast. We've got Ben Donaldson on camera, and we're going to bring you all the action here on the TSL live stream today, and also on City Park Radio on 103.7 and 96.5. If you're watching the stream, you need to go out. You can tune in to us online as well and hear the audio of this commentary. Okay, Rob, so we saw the Blues last week. You were down boundary riding last week. You saw them at ground level, and you were saying off here before that you're really impressed with their skill level.
Yeah, absolutely, Foz. They've really lifted in the last few weeks, and given how sticky it was underfoot last week, they were so clean with their use of the ball, so they're really looking ominous at this time of year.
They are indeed, and I'll just go through a few changes because, of course, the Devils game got cancelled, Rob, so that's released a lot of the Devils players today to the TSL teams. And coming into the side today is Zach Morris, number 22 for Launceston, also Bailey Gillow, number 28. Cody Thorpe, you were chatting to him before the game. Any inside information there? He's not playing today?
No, I actually was talking to him. He's got a running role today.
Okay.
He actually told me he's going to be walking, so we'll see how that goes. But no inside mail on why he's not playing.
If he's running, there's probably just a niggle there. They're resting at this stage of the season. So he's out, and also Isaac Hyatt out of the select team. For Glenorchy, a couple of late changes there. Cooper Meredith, number 31, is out of the team, and James Deegan, their ruckman, number 1, who'll be a big loss to the team this afternoon. Coming in, Brady Simpson, number 34, and Ty Turner, number 48. So the breeze is a funny one today. When I first got here to set up, it was certainly coming from the north. It was favouring the town end of the ground. But, Rob, we've had a bit of a change. A few showers come through, and I think it might be almost going across the ground now.
Yeah, it is. It's a really swirly breeze, and we've obviously got a front coming through, Dave, as you, as a good weatherman, would know yourself. So, we'll be interested to see what happens because the wind was a little bit of a factor last week.
A couple of the big games today in the TSL, Tigers versus Clarence at Blunston Arena. And for you Tigers and Roos fans, we'll have Anthony Osborne at half-time to give us a report from that one, and also keep up to date with the other game at Skybus Oval, which is Lauderdale versus North Hobart. Of course, North Hobart strengthened today by inclusion of quite a number of those young Devils players. So, how did Glenorchy meet the challenge today, Rob?
Well, again, they've got nothing to lose, Dave. They've come up here, obviously, overwhelming underdogs. But, very, very proud club, Glenorchy. They've been around for a long time. They'll relish the challenge. And I'm hoping really roll the dice against Launceston because that's what you've got to do if you're going to knock off the champs.
You do. I mean, you can't play defensively. They'll get through the best of defences, Launceston. And that back line is so strong. We can see them walking down there now. Dowling and Boyd, Wright, Tuthill, Woolley and Hodge, and they're sort of making themselves into a really tough unit to get past, aren't they, Rob?
Yeah, they are. They're very versatile. I mean, you look at someone like Alec Wright, who could be just a key position player, 6'3", 6'4" in the old money, great link man. They switch the ball so well. Josh Woolley, he's been doing it here and playing at an elite level interstate, former state representative, so there's certainly some good talent back there.
Absolutely. And Glenorchy, still a lot of great names there from their era where they were very successful and won the premiership a few years back. The Josh Arnolds, Callan Daly, Ben Camerick still in there, Daniel Joseph. So they've got that experienced base, and they're going to have to call upon them today.
Yeah, they are. And again, you know, I'd really like to see them, as I said, roll the dice, because you've got nothing to lose. And we have seen when sides have done that against Launceston, you know, they've looked dangerous. And
a key player today is, of course, Harrison Gunther, who's played a fair bit this year with North Melbourne in the VFL, but before that league was curtailed somewhat. So we'll look out for him today as well. He's going to go forward. Dominic Brown's also on the forward line. Harrison Gunther's going back, beg your pardon. So he's going to match up in the back line, but he can be swung forward.
And that's, I mean, again, we talk about Launceston's versatility. Their forward line is one that would give me nightmares if I was coaching against them. They just do it all. So it's interesting to see how the Magpies handle them.
So today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas. Thanks for your support. And we're about to get underway here at Windsor Park. First ball up, ball thrown up, spongy turf. Comes out towards Daly, he picks it up. Little handball doesn't go too far. And we'll probably get a secondary ball up here in just a moment. The ball lets it go a little bit. He comes in to throw it up a second time. Here in the first quarter.
Ruckman Jake Smith, one you don't see every day of the week.
No, there's a lot of ruckman out at the moment for Launceston. Blackberry kicks it forward, straight in the lap there of Josh Arnold. Takes the mark at half back. So Hamish Lee didn't play in the seconds for Launceston. All the kicks coughed up here to Blackberry, takes a diving slips catch. Front edge of the centre square. Kicks inside 50. Seymour's up forward. Great mark. Zach Morris playing in the forward line. Usually plays down back. Young player from the Devils showed a lot of strength there for a young man. And bustled his opponent out of the way. Got to the drop of the ball and has taken the mark. 15 out directly in front.
Yeah, it's interesting to see him at the different end of the ground. Obviously with a couple of those things we've mentioned, Foz. Mitch is obviously wanting to have a look at the guys in some different positions today.
Zach Morris, the first goal of the game here at Windsor Park. Slots it straight through the middle. They're on the way, the Blues. 1 goal straight 6. They lead Glenorchy yet to score.
This is the thing I've noticed, Dave, with the Launceston side. You know, they've just got so much depth in the club in terms of, you know, a couple of new guys come in, and I was thinking about it on the way here. They lose nothing. You know, often young players coming in can take some time to find their feet. You know, these changes happen every time we see them. New guys come in and do some great stuff, particularly like as we saw with Josiah Burling last week.
So much depth in their D-League one today. I should have mentioned that. 27-17, 179. Defeated Glenorchy 1 goal 3-9. So a bit of a defensive error there from the experienced Josh Arnold. He just didn't clear the area, and Blackberry kicked it inside 50 and got it to Morris. Taken now by Daly. A clearance here for Glenorchy. Bad bounce. Taken there by Thompson. Gets it to Camerick inside 50. Little kick's a good one. And I think that's Matty Joseph. I'll wait till he turns around. But I think it's the experienced Matty Joseph, number 23. In fact, it's Matthew Dilger. Beg your pardon. So Matthew Dilger in the sleeves. He's taken the mark. 35 out directly in front. So good movement out of the centre there by Daly. Dilger for goal. And that's the equaling goal. They're underway 2 here at Windsor Park are the Pies. And Matthew Dilger slots the first. 1 goal straight, 6 apiece.
That's really going to be so important for them today, Dave. I mean, at the risk of being Captain Obvious, you know, that what happens in the middle is going to control the game. And, you know, in a game where you've got a side like Launceston that are so strong and overwhelming favourites, Glenorchy, if they can just get their share of ball out of the middle, well, they're doing 2 things. They're setting themselves up for an opportunity, but they're keeping it away from Launceston. So they would be really, really happy with that nice little takeaway out of the middle and a great goal from Dilger.
Callan Daly spending time on the ball. I like that. He's often pigeonholed as a bit of a small forward, but he's playing on ball roll today. This is clearance though from Launceston. Harper to Hines to Gillow. Bailey Gillow on the left foot. Inside 50. Tries to hit up a forward. Gunther was there. Handball back now to Arnold, who's under pressure. Releases the kick wide. Back to Blackberry. Takes it just inside the boundary line. Would have been out in the full anyway. Little kick. Quickly finds Taylor. So Brennan Taylor. Now it's pink day here today at Windsor Park. Should have mentioned that. So those watching the stream and the listeners at home, the Blues are wearing their pink Guernsey with navy blue trimmings. Here's Taylor for goal right in front of the club rooms. It's going to be a bit short. Harper almost takes the mark. His fellow number 11 there, and Gunther fits it through for a behind. 1-1-7 Launceston. Glenorchy 1 goal straight 6.
Joe Blackberry been very busy early, and again we talked off air how important he is to the Blues before the game.
Short kick to Gunther. Takes the mark. Looks like he's going to go the switch back to the goal square. Finds Blowfield. He's had a really good season. He scored votes this year in the Player of the Year award. Short kick to Arnold. Still deep in defence. So Joshy Arnold, veteran for the Pies, premiership player. Low kick. Oh, Daly can't quite take the mark. Seymour to Hines. He loves these. Jake Hines misses to the left. 1 goal 2-8. So 1 goal straight 6. Just finding it a bit difficult to get a defensive 50 at the moment, Rob.
Yeah, they are, Dave, and I'm really not sure why they'd be chipping the ball that short at that end of the ground.
Out it comes from Arnold. Out towards the boundary line. It won't be a free kick these days because he's played on out of the goal square. So it'll be a throw in right in front of us here. For those on the radio, it's very spongy here, and some of the boggy spots have been covered over with some white sand. Early stats for Dave Gruber. Welcome to Dave today, our stats man. Inside 53-1 to the Blues so far. So some interesting ruck contest today with Deegan out for Glenorchy. Taking a lot of the taps there is Josh Meredith in the headband. And of course the Blues haven't got Gronawagon or Cody Thorpe or Hamish Leadham today.
Yeah, they're short of tools, Foz, I guess you'd say.
Seymour kicks it inside 50, front position. Morris can't take the mark, up against Gunther. On the back play, it's Pitcher. Can he pick it up? He tries to kick it out of mid-air. I don't think that's got through, or has it?
I reckon that's a goal.
Umpire shaping up to signal a goal. Having a discussion, Josh Arnold thinks it's been carried through, but it's a goal. So Braden Pitcher kicks it out of mid-air, and he gets the second for the Blues.
Yeah, and that had hurt Glenorchy. I mean, again, Morris made a good contest. Ball gets over the back. There's no one at home. So very fortuitous. But Pitcher's a very, very clever player. We were mentioning the Launceston forward line at the start of the game. You know, he's just someone, again, quiet for a while, crops up, kicks his goals. Very smart player. So
second goal for the Blues. It's been a good contest so far. They're not having it all their own way.
No, Glenorchy, you know, have shown they've come to play, but like I said, that middle is very, very important.
Tap out. Smith and Meredith go at it. Can't win an effective tap, but it's sharked there by Harper. He kicks it inside 50. Met nicely by Morris. Gathers it well, gets the music under pressure. Releasing handball to Brown. Tackled from behind there by Nicholson. Play on, says the umpire. No, holding the ball. Good decision. And the free kick go to Luke Nicholson, who tackled well from behind. His little chip kick, not particularly good, close to the boundary line. Looking there for Nick Rybelt. It's out of bounds.
The setup's going to be really, really important here. I noticed before. I know, a bit of a dust up there at centre half forward.
Braden Pitcher involved. Bit of wrestling going on. A free kick might have been picked out. Looks like it's going to the Pies' way.
You didn't see what started that, Foz.
Dominic Brown gets it to a teammate. Chip kick by Joseph, finds Rybelt, back to Joseph. Takes the mark, defensive side of the wing. Little handoff there to Camrick. Kicks to half forward. Jamison House, now there's a whistle on play, downfield. Now this might go the Blues' way, I'd say. As in comes Musica. Little spot fires everywhere. Now the umpire's looking over the shoulder, free kick. Can't work this one out, Rob. Umpire's pointing everywhere.
There's blokes going down everywhere, Foz.
So I think the upshot of it all is it's going to be a free kick to Glenorchy at left half forward.
I was thinking that might have come back, but anyway.
Yeah. I think it was reversed a couple of times. Ended up with Glenorchy. Josh Meredith over the top. Finds Dilger, the goal kicker. Kicks to the pocket looking for Roberts. He takes the mark, plays on. Does Adam Roberts. Judges it nicely into the square. It's a mark. Taken in the goal square. I think that's Josh Whitford, the number 30 there, who's got back and taken a really strong mark. I'll tell you what, the kick from Roberts is beautifully placed, Rob.
It was spot on. And it just held up a little, Dave. You talked about the breeze before the game. Just held up. Lovely kick, and Roberts, great mark.
Josh Whitford, yes, puts it straight through the middle. And the Pies get the second. And they're 2 goals straight, 12. Launceston 2-2-14.
they've certainly showed they're not afraid to mix it up. And I just had an eye on we've had a number change today. Jack Donnellan in number 31. Jack looked a bit shaken up there, and it's a shame Tony's not with us. I did hear a rumour he was recovering from frostbite from the boundary line last week. I hope he's okay. But certainly looked there that like Donnellan was a bit shaken up after that heavy contest at centre half forward.
Hope you're enjoying it here on City Park Radio. It's a really good contest, and also via the TSL live stream on YouTube and Facebook. It's still a bit unsettled, pushing and shoving in the Launceston forward line at the moment. Throw up's a good one. Taken the tap there by Smith. Free kick picked out to Nick Rybelt. Came back to Ben Camerick. Right in the centre circles. Thinks about going the 45 kick, but then he goes directly down the middle. He'll find a target here. And Glenorchy taking the mark. Little play on back to Rybelt, who takes it. That kick came there from number 36, Callum Thompson. Nick Rybelt, a long way out. Fluky breeze. Earlier in the day I would have said the breeze was behind him, but as we're standing here watching this, it's right into our faces, so he might be up against it, making the distance here. Nick Rybelt, first year with Glenorchy. There's some of the girls on the boundary enjoying the action here. Rybelt, left foot, puts it to the square. Is it going to quite make it? It hit the post in the end, I think. One behind. So 2-1-13 Glenorchy. 2-2-14 Launceston inside 50s Dave Gruber. 5-3 so far. So they've scored in each one of their inside 50s so far, Glenorchy. Comes out now to Hodge. Hodge switches play, dangerous kick. Works out all right though, finds Taylor. Back to Paul Freeman. Nowhere to go, coughs it up. Camerick, they're out here, Glenorchy. Front side of the centre circles. Kicking Hope inside 50. Won't work out. They'll work it out here through right. But he's going to turn it over in turn. And the mark taken there by Isaac Manson. Kicks inside 50 to Roberts. Gets it back to Rybelt. And almost an identical shot for goal. He might be a bit of a stiffer angle, but similar distance.
You'd like to reckon in golfing terms you'd go to school on that last one, wouldn't you, Dave?
Absolutely. Uncharacteristic turnovers from the Blues.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost like there's some implied pressure out there, isn't there?
Yep.
You know, we said before the game, Glenorchy would be, very strong underdogs, but they've come out and they're really, really rolling the dice, which you've got to do against a good side.
Taking it up to the Blues early. So Nick Rybelt kicks it. That's not a bad kick. It's going to fade at the last moment. Drop in the square. It's thumped towards the boundary line. Won't be a score. So another opportunity here for Glenorchy. Deep in attack. Been playing just about 12 minutes of this first quarter. Boundary umpire about 15 metres around for the left behind post. Waits for players to get settled. Boundary throw in. Thumped away. Taken by Tuthill. He's tackled from behind. Merging is Camerick. Can't get an effective handball. Still in play. It's a quick kick by Woolley. Close to the boundary line. How does the umpire see that? He says it's deliberate. Oh, no? No, it's a throw in. Sometimes that action of deliberate and throw in are quite similar.
Yeah, no, I thought he was calling it insufficient intent.
Yeah, but he had the two hands going there. So it's a boundary throw in. The breeze just gets up into our faces. Coming from the southwest. A few showers pre-game. So conditions aren't too bad at the moment. Falls short from the boundary throw in. Comes here towards Brown on the back there of Donnellan. Taken there by Burling, who kicked a fantastic goal last week on debut. Wearing the number 9 Guernsey today, usually worn by Mitch Thorpe. Tapped there by Smith, doing well as a ruckman here. Seymour, sweeping handball to Hodge. He's under pressure though. Tackled. Umpire says that didn't dispose of it properly. Geared. A little kick now towards Camerick. He's just going to settle things down. He has a player cruising by there in Cooper Hills. Gnaws him. Kicks to that pocket once again. Dies in the breeze. Oh, nearly a mark there to Daly. Right, tracking the ball towards the boundary line. And a Glenorchy player caught high by Miller Hodge. Just wait till he gets up. Shaking his hand. Might be Cooper Hills. No, it's Matty Joseph. Kicks it to a central position. Finds Dilger. Dilger gets the handball away. Ty Turner had a bit more time. He kicks it sideways over here towards Brady Simpson as the wind really gets up into our effects, Mike. Cleared out though by Alec Wright. Nice kick. Mark taken on the wing by the Blues. Morris drifting up the ground. Finds Smith. Makeshift ruckman. Handball sideways. Taken by Boyd. Defence into attack quickly, the Blues. Hits the chest there of Musica. And he's about 40 out. 45-degree angle, Michael Musica.
Jacob Boyd's been terrific for the Blues this year. And that was just really smart play. Beautifully weighted kick to the advantage of Musica.
Yeah, Glenorchy had a fair bit of time when they're attacking 50 there, but they've swept it forward of the Blues. And Michael Musica. Daniel Joseph on the mark. Delivers from 40. High ball. And it's drifted off to the right. Sneaking from behind. So the lead goes out now to 2 points. 2-3-15 to 2-1-13. There's quite a few spectators on the balcony here enjoying Pink Day, raising money today for breast cancer awareness and treatment. So a lot of money's been raised inside. A lot of raffles and auctions and speeches. And ladies in there enjoying lots of good food as well and drink. Out it comes now through Josh Arnold. Under pressure. Releases a handball to Rybelt. Backwards to Camrick. His handball's pretty good now to Gunther. Gee, they worked out that well, and it finds Nicholson, fumbles it. Has time to get it back there towards Cooper Hills. He's under pressure though, dispossessed. Look away handball from Morris towards Palfreyman on his left. Wants his right, has to go left, shoots for goal and is off to the left. In fact, it's been marked just inside by Josh Arnold. Yes, Rob.
One of the things that I think Glenorchy would be rapt about, they're trying to play on it at every opportunity.
Taking the game on, that's what we wanted.
Yeah.
Errors will happen, but at least they're having a crack here today at Windsor Park, that's for sure. Paul Kennedy will be really happy with his first quarter. They trail by just 2 points. And a push and shove there. So the unlikely ruckman of Meredith and Smith go at it. Meredith takes it, dispossessed. Smith on the follow-up. He's buried in the tackle there by Geard. He could be in trouble here. He is. Insufficient attempt to get rid of the ball, says the umpire. Free kick, John Geard. Sideways kick finds Rybelt, who's had a fair bit of it early, Rob.
Yeah, he has. He's been very, very busy and very important for them. As we said before, controlling the middle is so important. Nicholson
to Arnold, and he's had a lot of possessions as well. Up towards the wing, Adam Roberts, strong hands in front. Live wire forward goes to Daly, who's now got up into the forward line. Gee, spins around beautifully. Got out of trouble this way, that away. Runs his full measure. Kicks back in the middle, clean bowls, Geared. They've got back up though. Here's Arnold. Musica dives in. Rybelt, Geared again. Left foot hook kick towards half forward. Chaos ball. Out of defence come the Blues through Casey Brown. Kicks it 60 metres inside 50 towards Zach Morris. He's already kicked one. You collect it with a lot of space near the boundary line just in time. He's got it now. Sums up his options. Centering ball to the goal square. Pitcher can't quite take the mark. Taken away now by Josh Arnold. And the little kick finds Cooper Hills. Frenetic passage of play. Great kick from Casey Brown. Good length. Risky kick to the corridor. Too hot there for Geard. Picked up by Harper. Don't argue on the left foot. Joby Harper kicks a goal. All class. Joby Harper.
Yeah, fantastic play there from Harper. I mean, Glenorchy had done everything right there. They had done absolutely everything right until the kick went back into the middle. And with a guy like Joby Harper there, you just cannot do that.
Yep.
He's going to hurt you every time. And obviously, the listeners might have heard on the effects, Mike, great appreciation from the big crowd in the function centre here at Windsor Park today.
One of which was Joby's sister, who was quite excited about that goal, just to the right of us here. So there we go. You listen to City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5. Thanks to our sponsors. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for all your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. So good first quarter here. Up it goes. Smith wins the tap. Out towards Geard. Might have been caught without it. Into the sand pit in the middle. Trying to emerge there was Riley Oakley. Couldn't break free.
It's a great start to the game. The challenge for Glenorchy will be maintaining the pressure.
That's right. We know the Blues can pile on goals quickly. Hines hooks it to half forward on the left foot. Finds a chest of Musica. Too far out to score, you'd think. He wheels round from 60 metres to the goal square. This might go through. Touched by Gunther. Right on the line.
Yeah, the wind we've talked about, that obviously is favouring the Launceston end at the moment. It's really carrying well at the moment. I mean, it's looking...
It's coming from that southwest sort of quadrant, which is unusual here.
Yeah.
Usually the prevailing wind favours the town end. So, which means the Blues have got the breeze this quarter. The Pies will have it in the second quarter. Might be 50 metres here. Pinching upon the area, so Cooper Hills will be marched 50 metres down the ground.
Certainly no love lost at the moment. And again, Glenorchy are unsettling the Blues. So we'll see how the Blues adjust to that. At the moment, it's causing them a few dramas.
Hills gets it to Geared. Some of these experienced players have been really good in this first quarter. John Geared, one of them. Raking left foot kick, holds up in the breeze to half forward. Roberts nearly takes it in front, but no, well done. Well judged behind there by Jacob Boyd. The wind's playing havoc here in our balcony. Right into our faces at the moment. Hines, little kick now to Blackberry, switch kick. Beautiful to Woolley. Two veterans there. Woolley waits to kick nicely to Polfyman. He's right next to the centre circles. He plays on, kicks to half forward. Harper's got a lot of territory. He might play on and pull the trigger. No, he holds it up. But with that breeze over his shoulder, he's not without a chance. Saw the kick from Musica from a similar spot, nearly make the distance a moment ago. He said it was now for a shot, just Joby Harper. Front of the club rooms. Long kick by Harper. No mistake at all. What a beautiful kick with a breeze behind him by Joby Harper. That's two in a couple of minutes. 4-4-28 Launceston, 2-1-13 Glenorchy.
Yeah, I'm going to make a prediction, Foz. If you or I or Maxie call the names Hines to Blackberry a lot today, this is going to get really untidy. In that passage of play there, both players stamped their authority on it. And I did notice Hines run forward to be an option in the forward 50. No Glenorchy player going with him. So that's going to be disastrous for them if they let that get out of hand.
We love going to the footy to see players like Joby Harper. So 60-metre goal, a couple of minutes after a left foot snap, which was one under pressure from about 25 out from the left foot. So he's a class act, as Joby Harper. Played with Werribee in the VFL. Daly gets the handball away. Back to Cooper Hills, back to Daly. Daniel Joseph under pressure. Has support. They do it well, Glenorchy. Back now to Brown. So Dominic Brown. Oh, his handball's a bit dodgy to Nicholson, but somehow they get it back to Brown. It was on the plan. Brown left foot towards half forward. Comes undone now as Wright takes the mark. Switches it to Hodge. Hodge. Far side of the ground out of Bailey Gillows. Good delivery. Can't quite take the mark. Pursued there by Dilger. Gets up again to Dilger. Takes the ball. Tackled from behind. Right in front of the Glenorchy interchange bench. That'll be a ball up.
Just looking at Jake Hines there, I'm not sure who his direct opponent is because, again, he's got acres of space around him. They really need to fix that up, Glenorchy.
Tap out there from Meredith. Only as far, though, as Blackberry, who's tackled strongly. Still got the ball, has the strength to get it away. Taken, though, there by Nick Riley-Oakley. Kicks blindly. And it's out of bounds on the full. Free kick, Jack Tuthill. And those pink Guernseys really stand out. Usually I'm struggling to see the players that far side of the ground, but makes visibility much easier as Bailey Gillow takes the mark at half back. Little switch here looking for Wright. Overcooks the kick. Dowling in support. Could have laid the block there, but Wright takes the ball. Now we've got off the play free kick. I think it's going the Pies' way against Fletcher Seymour.
Yeah, probably a bit unlucky there, Fletch, because he retaliated to what got started from Glenorchy.
Rybell, sway that away, caught by Gillow, holding the ball. Will he allow play on? No, it's going to come back to Gillow. Inside 50s for Dave Gruber, 9-7 so far. Blues way. Seymour takes the mark. He's about 70 out. Kicks it with a breeze to the hot spot. And we got a free kick. It's going to go the Blues' way. Over the shoulder. Denellen will pick up the ball in the sand pit. 20 metres out, slightly left of centre. So they've held out pretty well, Glenorchy, but so often as we see, Rob, don't we, that last 10 minutes of quarters where they really flex their muscles.
Yeah, they do. And I've been really impressed with young Gillow. I mean, he's a Devils player. Been very, very clean through the middle of the ground. That nice left foot. And the Gustavo Curtin hairdo as well, Dave, for the tennis listeners at home.
Jack Donnellan right in front. He might have pushed this one, he has, so Cossey missed there for the Blues. 4-5-29, Launceston, Glenorchy 2-1-13. You're listening to City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5. Daniel Joseph takes his full measure, then he decides to handball to Arnold, who fumbles, now under pressure. Managed to get a kick away of sorts. Blackberry swings for goal, and he loves those as Jay Blackberry, and he's kicked another goal for Launceston. That's their 5th. And just that little fumble there from Josh Arnold opened the door for Blackberry, and a player of his experience. That was his bread and butter. He just loves those snaps.
He does. He's so clever around goals, but gee whiz. You know, if you're going to be making mistakes, that's not where you start to get cute with the footy, and that's what Glenorchy did then. And I have noticed, Foz, in the last 5 or 6 minutes, Glenorchy are wanting to go backwards with their handballs. Launceston are taking that space away from them, really putting them under pressure, and as a result they're making mistakes, and there's a really good example of it there that resulted in a goal.
5-5-35, 2-1-13. It's the lead out now to 22 points. And the time clock, Rob, what's it saying, 25 minutes?
Just ticked over 25 minutes, Dave.
Because from the balcony we can't quite see the scoreboard without sort of stretching our necks a little bit. Rybell tackled. Taken there again by Blackberry, the goal kicker. Stands up in the tackle. He might have held it too long. And Ben Kamerick will get the free kick. Straight back, says the umpire. You probably heard in our effects, Mike. Ben Kamerick now invited to play on. They'd love a little goal just before quarter time just to steady things. Mark taken there by number 48, Ty Turner. Late inclusion. Turner inside 50. Almost a mark there. Taken though by Dilger. Releasing handball to Roberts. He can't quite pick it up. Good defence, Miller Hodge. Wastes no time. Hacks it out of defence. Turner front position. Can't take the mark. Lovely sweeping handball out now to Smith. Look away handball to Seymour. Beckons players towards him. And kicks it nicely to Josiah Burling. Burling cruises off the mark. Kicks it to half forward. Palfreyman. A lot of space. A lot of time. 40 metres out. And kicks the goal. Easy as you like, Brady Palfreyman. And that was far too much latitude at half forward there, Rob Soward, for Brady Palfreyman to have.
It was, and again, it was almost like a training drill. They moved it from half back to Burling, back into Palfreyman and daylight around him. So after what was a really, really promising start from Glenorchy, Launceston have really ramped it up, and Glenorchy haven't been able to go with them, Foz. They really haven't.
So goal to Palfreyman. And how many goal kickers? We had 14 last week. I think we were up to
5 goal kickers.
5 goal kickers already.
Yeah, they share it around. They've got that great depth, haven't they?
And they've had to cover that 59 goals they lost there from Dylan Riley. Well, they didn't lose them, but that sort of goal-kicking power when he went down injured.
Yeah, I spoke to Dylan before the game. Very, very happy with his recovery. So we wish him well from City Park Radio.
Fantastic. And, Maxie Walker's arrived. He'll be with us at quarter time. Jake Smith in the ruck wins the tap. Taken by Seymour, back to Palfreyman. The kick to half forward. Chance now for Music. He takes it behind his back. Oh, I thought he was going to run in and kick a spectacular goal, but good work there by Braden Patterson just to hold him up.
Bit of Harlem Globetrotters work there, Foz, from Musica. Very, very clever player.
Up it goes. Strong breeze, as you can hear, favouring the northern end. Daly Gillow keeps his feet. Kick smothered though there by Turner. Falls back to Palfreyman, kicks it to the goal square. Hines nearly takes the mark front position as the follow-up. Picks up the ball, tries to get a handball away. Now he had an opportunity to get rid of that. The umpire says no.
He was lucky, I think, there, and the Glenorchy players surrounding him thought so as well.
So the ball from the ball up is taken. Got a score here from Croc Park in Port Douglas. Port Douglas 4-3-27, South Cairns 4-1-25. Thank you, Matthew McGee, who's up there at that big game today. Little kick comes out, taken by Nicholson. So Nicholson goes short and finds young Callum Thompson. Came into the senior team last year, just a young player, finding his way in TSL footy. A lot of talent. Kicks to the wing looking for Meredith. He might have been infringed from behind. He was. This ball there from Woolley, pushing the back. So Josh Meredith taking the big ruck contest today. Tries to get it there to Thompson. fumble. And now it's a free kick coming back to James Dowling. No, might have been a throw there against Dowling. So taken by Thompson. Now to Camrick. A chance to go for the Magpies. Takes a bounce. Low kick to half forward, straight to Bailey Gillow, who's been sweeping nicely, as Rob said, across half back. And just as he kicks it to the wing, it's quarter time here at Windsor Park, and it's Launceston 6-5-41. Lead Glenorchy 2-1-13. Rob, the goal kickers?
Goal kickers for Launceston, Dave. Joby Harper with 2 terrific goals that we've called today. He's the leading goal scorer on the ground. Singles to Jay Blackberry, Zach Morris, Brody Palfreyman and Braden Pitcher. And for Glenorchy, single goal scorers Matthew Dilger and Josh Whitford. Okay,
so interesting contest, Rob. You know, we're talking midway through that quarter, and it was quite an arm wrestle, but once again, that fitness of Launceston, the ability to pile on goals quickly.
Absolutely. They did 2 things, Dave. You're absolutely right. They just ramped up their intensity on the footy, but their defensive pressure came with it as well, and that was just so important. That defensive pressure instigated turnovers and created opportunities which they, as good sides do, capitalised on. I think the Glenorchy coach would be really pleased with the start, but the challenge, obviously, as we touched on, Dave, through the quarter, is maintaining that pressure.
At the other scores, Clarence 4-4-28, leading Tigers 1-3-9. And in the other game at Skybus Oval, it's Lauderdale 2-2-14, leading the Demons 0 goals, 6 behinds, 6 points. So we'll take a break here on City Park Radio. When we come back, we'll have more analysis, and we'll welcome Maxie Walker to the team.
When it comes to your home or your local business, L-Gas is the smart choice. Make the switch and be rewarded with $80 in LPG account credits when you sign up. Whether it's cooking, hot water or heating, L-Gas has got you covered. For $80 in LPG account credits, visit the website lgas.com.au, download the L-Gas app or give us a call on 131 161. L-Gas. Local, safe and reliable.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Have you considered how much your property is worth?
Or have you thought about selling or just getting a current market valuation? My name is Yvonne.
And my name is Neil. Together we are Team Hawkins at Harcourts Launceston.
Working under the Harcourts banner collectively for over 25 years, we have the experience, training and knowledge to help you get the results you were looking for.
Call us for a free appraisal today and ask to speak with Team Hawkins. Team Hawkins, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
Community Care Tasmania is your local not-for-profit home care service provider in Tasmania. We deliver a full range of home care services with care and empathy. Our friendly, professional and innovative staff will tailor care to your needs. Ring 6334 0990 or 1300 722 400 and speak to a local. Also, you can visit cct.org.au to find out more. At Community Care Tasmania, we put your care first. A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Tassie, keep up the great work and keep on top of COVID. If you're running a business or event, you can help keep Tassie safe by ensuring people check in every time they enter your workplace or venue.
Excuse me, sir. Did you remember to check in?
Thanks.
Make sure your QR code is easy to access and you have options like pay.
3-7-25, leading the Blues. Yeah, let's have a look at some of the stats here to quarter time. And team stats, thanks to our stats man here, Dave Gruber. The hit-outs, Launceston 10, Glenorchy 5. Clearances, Launceston winning that one convincingly 11-2. Inside 50s, the Blues had 13 to Glenorchy 8. Marks inside 50, Glenorchy had 6 marks inside 50. Now, that's interesting, boys, because last week we saw North Hobart go through, I think, a whole game without a mark inside 50. So Glenorchy managed to have 6 so far. 6-4 in fact, and free kicks 11 to Glenorchy, 3 to Launceston. Rob, you've got some individual stats thanks to our statsmen at Launceston, Damien Donnelly and Darren Lovell.
Yeah, I have, Dave, and we talked before the game about how important controlling the middle of the ground would be for the outcome of this. Well, Glenorchy aren't going to be too happy with this because you've got Fletcher Seymour and Jay Blackberry, 7 and 6 possessions there, between 7 for Fletcher, 6 for Jay, and then Palfreyman with 6, Jake Hines with 5, Zach Morris with 5. So, you know, they're certainly getting plenty of ball around the middle. The statistic you mentioned about the Glenorchy inside 50s was interesting because I know in the call we talked about how Glenorchy just wanted to play on and keep the ball moving, and there were times where they caught the Launceston defence out.
No boundary rider today, so we had a boundary rider in the first quarter there for the last bit, and that was our resident expert commentator, Michael Maxie Walker. G'day, Max. Here we go.
Thanks, Dave. Good afternoon, listeners, and quite a good start to the game for Launceston. I only missed a few minutes of the quarter and sat down there watching from the boundary. Didn't want to interrupt the festivities out the back of the ladies. It was poked my head in the door there, Dave, and it was a room of about 100 women. I thought I'd better get out real quick. So really good start, and probably against the flow with the breeze as well. So. We'll see what happens this quarter.
Yep,
get the bearings, and Glenorchy have got a little bit to make up after that first quarter, but proud club.
We mentioned Maxi pre-game. You know, we've followed Glenorchy now in the TSL a while. Still got some of those that core good players that they've had in that. You know, they're successfully. You know, we've got Roberts, Daly, Arnold, Joseph, Matthew Dilger, Ben Camrick. So we look through that team. They've still got that core of experienced players.
Yeah, they certainly have, and they're the guys that they've got to build the next lot of success around, aren't they? They're all good quality players. Those half a dozen to 8 that you spoke about there, and if they can hang around for another 2 or 3 years, not quite sure how the unders went today, Dave. You know,
yeah, they had a good win, I think. Yep. The Glenorchy unders. No, they struggled a little bit, but
yeah, I think that's the key for Glenorchy. Like, you look back at the successful sides, you know, they had depth right throughout, and at the moment they're really struggling for that depth. So it's nearly got to go back to the beginning and just find some good quality youth who want to stick around for the club for a period of time that they've had, like the guys that you spoke about then. And if they can get that and build around the nucleus of the 6 or 8 senior guys that they've got, they won't be far away again.
The energy, picking up your point there, Max, the energy that they showed in that first part of that first quarter was terrific. So hopefully we get to see more of that in the second quarter.
So just a little bit of apology here for some of the wind you can hear in our microphones. It's right in our faces on the balcony here. There's nothing at all we can do about it really, so we just hope that it dies down as the afternoon goes on.
I actually rang you, Dave, when I was on my way back from Deloraine. I said, "Are we on the balcony or inside?" He said, no, the wind's changed around the other way. We're sitting here, there's no breeze at all. And I had a job to hear you on the live stream because of the wind in these microphones. So do not ever tell fibs like that to me again, please.
I'm sure it'll settle down. It'll be fine. Okay, your City Park Radio 103.7, 96.5. You're with Dave Moore, Rob Soward, Michael Walker, and Dave Gruber on stats. Time to launch Rob into the commentary in term number 2. Take it away, Rob.
Jake Smith, the unassuming ruckman, up for Launceston. Ball in dispute as it goes through the square. Struggle on there. Glenorchy going to be first hands on, although Launceston in those pink jumpers pounce, and we're going to get a secondary bounce inside the centre square. He's done pretty well, Jake Smith, for an unassuming ruckman today. He's up again and gets first hand on to Jay Blackberry, who drives it forward for the Blues inside 50. Looks like Hines looking to give it off. Throws the ball onto the boot there. Brendan Taylor onto the board. Another goal scorer. I know Barsh will be pleased to hear that, Dave, after last week. But great start for the Blues, and not what Glenorchy would have wanted, Max.
No, it certainly wasn't, and took all of about 30 seconds out of the middle there, and didn't muck around with it. Got the ball moving quickly, and we speak about it every week. Brendan Taylor is certainly worth a goal or two, which is sufficient enough for him to hold his spot every week.
Yeah. That's the one Glenorchy didn't want, wasn't it, boys? That first one of that quarter. Looks like they've got a bit of a breeze behind them because it's blowing right into our faces. So it's favouring unusual end here at Windsor Park. You don't often see it to that northern end. So up it goes. Tap out there by Smith. Taken by Camerick. Dispossessed. Coming through his Musica. Big turning circle now onto his right foot. Kicks up towards half forward. And coming out to take a strong mark again is Zach Morris. He kicked the first goal of the game. So Zach Morris. So he'll be kicking into the teeth of this breeze. Right into his face here. He throws a bit of grass up, which probably confirms that. So distance might be an issue here, but he's a strong young man. Good kick. One of the best in the Devils squad is Zach Morris. Close to the man of the mark. Not a bad kick. Has he got the distance? I think he has. It's cleared the pack. It's a goal. That's his second for Zach Morris. And 2 goals in the first minute of this quarter have set the Blues alight here. 8-5-53 to Glenorchy 2-1-13.
We noticed that last week when Launceston were kicking to that end when we were on the other side of the ground, Dave, just how that they are very confident in allowing for the conditions, and with that one Morris started it to the left-hand goalpost and it just drifted across with the breeze, so they're certainly evident that they do a bit of practice during the week of that type of thing down here. It's not many days that it's no breeze, so good finish then by young Zach.
Ball back in the middle. Smith versus Josh Meredith. Meredith first hand on that time, although Blackberry sweeping, looks to give it off quickly. Player running off the back of the square. There's beautifully tackled by his Glenorchy opponent. We're going to get another ball up just outside the 2 circles. Smith signifies he's going to go up again. We're going to get a replay there. Meredith versus Smith. Harper hacks it away. Looks like a holding free kick, and it's going to go to Joby Harper. And so umpire's played it. No, umpire advantage. He's asked for it to come back. Joby Harper will take this just on the defensive side of the 2 circles. The Glenorchy player asking why, and I would suspect it was because he had 2 handfuls of his jumper.
Couple of quick goals to North Hobart. See them hit the front at Skybus Oval, 2-6-18 to 2-2-14.
Harper attacks for Launceston. Ball's carried though, marked by Glenorchy across half back to Camrick. Camrick plays on quickly. I don't know if that carried, but anyway, Glenorchy attacking on the far side of the ground. That's a nice mark out there to Josh Whitford. Whitford looks up, looking to move the ball on quickly. He's going to go backwards. Gained nothing there, I should say, but he has found a player on the far side of the ground. Hasn't got his back to us, so we can't see his number. He's going to play on quickly, and that's a fairly ordinary kick. Bounces just outside 50. Launceston defence trying to mop up. They've got the numbers. They're going to come away with it. That looks like Blackberry again. He's had a heap of it this quarter. Unfortunately for him, Grant, who was that? Grant Holt slipped over. And that's going to be a throw-in on the far side of the ground.
Throw-in, yes, as Rob said, Blackberry 6 possessions in the first quarter. He had 2 or 3 already in this quarter. Inside 50s this quarter, 3-1 to the Blues so far. Nicely sharked there by, I think that's Palfreyman, who steams away from the contest, kicks to half forward. Mark taken by Burling. Swings on straight away as Morris, who takes a great mark. Zach Morris. Geez, he positioned his body well then. He's almost went horizontal there and trying to get the correct position over Josh Arnold, who's a pretty experienced player. So Zach Morris, right in front, kicked a beauty before into the breeze, and he's a chance to kick his third, and we're only a few minutes into this second quarter. Zach Morris, the town end, 20 out, and he's kicked his third. Just sneaks in, but it's another goal to Launceston, 9-5-59 to 2-1-13. And Max, you've probably seen young Zach Morris through his young years, more a backman in recent times, but gee, he's looking good up forward today.
Absolutely, and probably for the last 2 to 3 years in the Devils, he's been earmarked as not quite tall enough 2 or 3 years ago to be a key backman. Wasn't quite quick enough to be a key position player, so he's worked really hard on his body, got himself a hell of a lot fitter at that age where he's grown considerably as well, and showing today that he can play down both ends of the field, which is really impressive.
Ball back in the middle of the ground. Meredith probably just shaded Smith on that occasion, although Launceston have got the numbers through the agency of Palfreyman. Quick kick forward. Ball's going to bounce just outside 50. Oh, fumble there from the Launceston player. A beautiful tackle, though, that made up for that. That looked like, was that Miller Hodge? No, Josiah Burling. Called him a couple of times today. Boys, great debut last week, and he certainly bought it again today.
He certainly has. He's wearing the Mitch Thorpe number. Up goes the ball. Smith front position. Out to Camrick. Handball Smith to Hines to Hodge. Under pressure. Bump there from Manson. Kick to half forward. Gee, and that's a strong mark in defence. And I'll I think it's Luke Nicholson there. Lovely mark there, one-on-one mark, cross half-back. He kicks it to the wing, only as far as Hines. He just shrugs the tackle, uses his strength, kick to half forward to Burling. So Josiah Burling, that's where he kicked a goal from last week. Beautiful goal. He tries to kick the 45 kick to a play on the lead in Blackberry, but it's been shut out there by Josh Arnold, who goes short there looking for Camerick. Knocked away from him. Don't argue there from Pitcher. Gets himself in a bit of trouble. Swings the right foot kick inside 50. Now this will either be a mark to Pofferman or a free kick to Taylor.
Free kick to Taylor.
Holding in the contest. So Brennan Taylor, who kicked one in the first quarter, Rob?
Yeah, he did. No, second quarter.
Second quarter, yeah,
that's
right.
First goal of the second quarter.
Yeah, they're piling them on here in this second quarter. 3 goals already. 2 goals to Morris, and this would make it 2 goals to Taylor. Brennan Taylor, 45 out. Gee, that's a lovely kick. That's another one. That's their 10th. 10-5, 65 to 2-1-13. So, as I said, 2 goals to Taylor, 2 goals to Morris in this quarter.
It's starting to get very ugly 7 minutes into the second quarter, Dave. So Glenorchy have to somehow stop this rain of goals. There's been 4 already in this quarter. So, as you just pointed out, so they need to be a bit tighter in the middle. Especially with young Jake Smith doing the ruck work. He'll be up and about at half time, I suspect. And
when the Blues are at their best, Mac, they make it really difficult for the opposition to clear defensive 50, and that's what's happening again. Yeah,
they're smothering the ball when it gets down there, Dave, every time. And as they have week after week, they've got someone else popping up and kicking the goals for them this week. And a few weeks ago, Pitcher. This week it's Morris so far.
Ball comes out of the middle to Glenorchy's advantage. First, one of the first forays forward, but well, they're going to get a free kick out of that. It was probably a little 50-50, but it was there, that's for sure. The player in Dilger, probably going to kick from just inside the 50. He likes his chances. He's obviously got the wind behind him.
Kick one in the first quarter, nice converted shot.
Yeah, he did, and to say they need this would be an understatement, but it's been all Launceston so far. Dilger moves in. Nice shot on goal, although it looks like he's pushed that away to the right. That's going to be one behind. So where they need goals, they're kicking behinds.
It's only their first inside 50, Rob, for this quarter.
Yeah, as Max touched on, Launceston have just controlled the middle.
Woolley out from defence, takes a bounce on the spongy turf. Little left foot kick to a player hiding in the pocket there in Tuthill. A lot of latitude, Jack Tuthill. Moves up towards the wing. Good kick in towards Holt, but that's a strong mark. Taken for the Pies. It's like Geared over there. Heavily disguised as Daniel Joseph. He gets it to Geared. So Geared now back towards Joseph. Clears him though. Kick inside 50 for the Pies. Front position was Dilger. Might have got one high. Taken Daly. Out to Manson. And that's offline. One behind.
Out of the back of the hand, that one, when it hit the deck, I was hoping it was going to go the other way. But anyway, Woolley kicks it in. So Fletcher Seymour, is it?
Yep.
Seymour having a look around, looking for his next option. Harper presents himself, but is ignored. Play on's the umpire signals play on. Fletcher Seymour goes to the far side of the ground. Launceston got the numbers there. Ball in dispute comes out. Nice pick up there from Harper. Going to be chopped out by the Glenorchy player just on the wing position there. Looks like Harrison Gunther. Back towards the middle. Now it's going to pay off for him. Moves the ball through the agency of Arnold into 50. Good contest there. Launceston be looking to clear this out. They've got the numbers. Slipped over in the sand. Lots of S's in that bit of commentary. Jake Smith with a hack kick. That's going to be all right. Alec Wright's marked it. Kicks the ball up, taken just on the wing position there by the Blues. Or the Pinks, as we should be calling them today, and these lovely pink Guernseys.
50.
And he's going to get 50 there. It's probably a bit stiff against Harrison Gunther.
Could be Morris kicking for his 4th.
Been a revelation. We talked last week, didn't we, about who they were going to look to take Dylan Riley's position, and Zach Morris has put his hand up. Runs in and kicks number 4. Great play, Zach Morris. What do you think, Maxie? What do you think? You like him better as a back or a forward?
Oh no, he's a very, very reliable backman, and you've got to, horses for courses. Like today, yes, he's kicking the goals for him, but he's also getting good delivery. Bit of a freebie, that one. He should have been kicking it from 70, ended up kicking it from 20. So, but no, certainly a backman. Again, just giving another opportunity to a young bloke back in the team today with no Devils at the moment because of the lockdown, and been very impressed with Zach so far.
5 goals in 12 minutes in quarter number 2, including 3 to Zach Morris. Up it goes. Meredith against Smith. Be loving this Jake Smith at the moment as he gets the handball back now to Seymour. Back to Smith. Handball now towards Harper. Kicks it to half forward. Mark taken. Jay Blackberry.
Burling.
Heavily disguised as Sire Burling. He's got hair, unlike Jay Blackberry. Burling kicks it towards the goal square. Can anyone take a mark? And they can indeed. Jake Hines marks it about 20 out, slightly right of centre. Rounds of applause on the boundary here, right next to us. Ladies from Pink Day spilled out the balcony, enjoying the action. Sunny day here now at Windsor Park. So Jake Hines, he kicks them from all angles. So you wouldn't expect he'd miss this one. It's a bit of a blustery day. Probably not too many easy set shots here at Windsor Park. Kicking for his first. And the Blues 6th here of the second quarter. Wheels around. Kicks it beautifully. Chips it over the umpire's hat. And that's another one of the Blues. It's getting ugly here at Windsor Park. 12-5-77, 2-3-15. And not a lot of pressure on the ball carrier delivering the ball in, Maxi.
No, there wasn't, and there was even less pressure. That was inexcusable, the way that Jake Hines could just stand there and take that mark. It stood up in the air for 20-25 seconds, or probably close to a minute, I reckon. And he was just allowed to just stand there and take it pretty much uncontested.
I saw him have a sandwich, Max, when it was on the way. He had plenty of time.
He did. So, yeah. Good little contest eventuating, not that either of them had a great deal of the ball, but Dominic Brown and everyone's favourite Jack Donnellan haven't stopped having a go at each other all day, which is great to watch.
Well, Jamison House has gone into the middle for Launceston, but Glenorchy clear it away to the far side of the ground. Ball bounces in their favour and is picked up by Nicholson, and handball's back inside. Little kick there, it looks like he's found Riley Oakley, who's going to have a look and go inside 50. He's got a nice lead there, although that player spilt the mark, but might get a free kick. And I think that was Brady Simpson. He plays on quickly, and that's probably not real smart because it's cleared out by Launceston. Ball's going to sit up in the breeze. Grant Holt contesting there for it. Going to get a ball up just inside the boundary line, just in front of the Launceston Football Club support area over there, and the coffee cart.
Yes, Brew Coffee Hut. They look after us here at City Park Radio. Well, me anyway.
Well, I say some of us they do. We'll have to get down there, Maxie, at half time, I reckon.
Out it comes. Player caught by one arm, and that's going to be holding the ball. So a chance here for the Pies. That couple of inside 50s of late. Just need a couple of goals to work their way back into this contest. So inside 50 they go. Up here looking for Dilger. Almost a mark in the front there by Tuthill. Loose ball, dangerous here. Woolley uses his experience to get out of it. Hand over top to Taylor, nearly caught from behind. Gets a kick away beautifully though to find Burling. And he had enough purchase on it to be paid the mark. So Josiah Burling plays on straight away up against Joseph. Kicks toward half forward and finds Palfreyman. So Palfreyman wheels and goes. Kick towards the forward line and almost a mark. In fact it is. Taken there by that man again, Jake Hines.
Identical spot, identical delivery of the ball, just held it up in the air, and whilst there was a bit of pressure on him at the end there, he still had plenty of time to have a look around and see what was coming at him.
Just those foot skills again there of Lonnie Maxi. Brandon Taylor under pressure, caught from behind, but he still managed to get that quality kick to Burling.
He did, yep. Woolley got one away easy. Yep. Burling, played on, moved it quickly to Palfreyman and goal.
Jake Hines, line out for his second in a couple of minutes. Spun his push to the right. So they've been kicking straight Launceston, but they missed on this occasion. 12-6-78 to 2-3-15, margin 63 points. Short kick comes out from Blowfield. Looks like Camerick over there. Kicks up the wing. Mark taken. The Pies now on the wing. Adam Roberts has got it. He goes short here, looking for Meredith. Wing just carries the ball a little bit. Coming out of the tackle there. Getting it to Miller Hodge. Fumble there from the Glenorchy player. Extracted from the contest there by Dowling. He can't get rid of it. He might be caught holding the ball. Here he is. Made the play but held onto it too long. Magpies free kick, left half forward.
Looking for options, goes to drive the ball long inside 50. It was cleared Alec Wright's head. It was beautifully positioned. The wind was a factor there. Umpires picked out a free kick, and that's going to be Glenorchy free kick. So with that wind behind him, he may shoot on goal, although as I'm looking at the Glenorchy player getting up, and the player in Matty Joseph, he's limping, so I'm not sure how he's going to go with the trip here. He's going to kick from about 40 metres. Umpire's pushing him around. You can hear the wind coming through that effects mic, as we've highlighted a few times today. Joseph sets himself for his shot on goal. Obviously no problem with the distance. It's the near side though, so that's going to be one behind. They need goals and they're kicking points.
Thanks to our sponsor today, Elgas, for all your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. A few stats for Dave Gruber. And we've got inside 50s this quarter, 9-6. So, gee, Launceston have converted pretty well from those 9 entries as it's out of bounds on the full left half forward.
Miller Hodge almost landed that in your coffee, Dave, I reckon.
Absolutely.
Poor old Grooves turns up every week, Foz, and you don't even get him a coffee.
He's not a coffee man.
Tea, hot chocolate, anything.
Kick inside 50 for the Pies. Chance here over the back. Whitford, can he pick it up? But he can't get there as it's out of bounds. So another opportunity for the Magpies here. So they at one stage it was 2 goals apiece. So the Blues have kicked the last 10 goals of the game. But they've got a bit of a breeze behind them. If they could rattle on a few just before half time, at least lift the spirits going into the second half. Boundary umpire throws it in. Front position Smith gets it down. Boyd's in there. A lot of players around the contest. Who can emerge? Tuthill in there. Gets slung. And eventually it's going to be a ball up. So we're still only about 20 metres out from the Glenorchy goal. So they've had a few entries this quarter, a few shallow ones. They haven't looked like scoring too many goals. Here it goes with Geared. Meredith. He's tackled. Another ball up in front of the club rooms here.
He's got that Sean Grigg ruckman role, hasn't he? Jake Smith. He's done a pretty good job.
Yep. He'd be telling people all about it tonight, I reckon, as it's out of bounds. Rob, see if you can break the congestion here.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, all right. Anyway, we'll see how we go. The fourth ball up / throw in this part of the ground in the last couple of minutes. Ruckman set themselves. Smith and Meredith. Smith with a big punch just in front of the social club there. Glenorchy quick hack kick back into the middle. Was it Smith dropping back? Glenorchy a quick pick up off the ground, and it looked like Josh Whitford. Really, really clever goal. That's his second goal, Dave's indicating to me. But very, very clever play there from Whitford. Maxi, and to say they needed that would be an understatement, but certainly rewarded for their forward pressure.
Yep, it was, and a lot of pressure there being applied by, I think it was Tuthill, but he managed to get his kick away in that quagmire there, just 30 metres out from the goals. I noticed Josh Woolley looks like he's come off second best. He's limping around there as well. But I just want to bring our attention to Dominic Brown and Jack Donnellan. If the umpire advisors are listening, you could have blown your whistle 30 times already in this game and paid a kick against either of them, and they wouldn't be doing what they're doing now. But at the moment, they've just non-stop getting into each other all game, and they just stand there and watch it.
Yeah, a lot of energy being expended there. Of course, Dominic is the brother of Ben Brown.
But look at it.
Playing some good footy with Melbourne. Yeah, that's still going on.
Ridiculous.
Back in the middle. Meredith up against House. House wins it. Shark by Geared. Gets it only as far as Harper. Morena pushing the back against Gillow there. Play on. House gets it to half forward. Little handball release there from Taylor to Palfreyman. Tries to get free. Has to release it to Holt. Holt picks it up. Leans back in a left foot kick. They can raffle it here, the two Blues, and it's JB Harper who takes it 45 out, 45 degree angle. Harper kicked a couple in the first quarter. And they happen in about a minute. Left foot snap and then a magnificent 60-metre set shot from a similar sort of position, a bit further out. So right behind this one, you're watching on the stream, Joby Harper in the pink Guernsey, the white number 11, in he comes, sets it out to the right, it'll drift back, not enough. One behind, 12.779, 3.422.
Glenorchy looking to move it back in. And as usual, go to the far side of the ground. A little short kick. Now driven along to the wing where the Blues have got the numbers. And the ball's going to beat them over the boundary line.
Progress score, Rob, at Launceston Arena. Clarence 5-4-34 lead the Tigers 3-8-26.
Pretty important game, that one too. We were talking about before the day, the game today, Dave.
And we'll have Anthony Osborne at half-time to give us a bit of a wrap on that one.
Terrific. We look forward to that. Ball being thrown in on the half-back line at the moment. For Glenorchy. No one really wins that. Sort of hacked forward there. Quick hand pass. Blues drive it back into attack. High ball just inside the 50. Glenorchy had the numbers but spoiled beautifully there by the Blues. Continue to move the ball forward. Ball in dispute. Bobbling around. Umpire said that I think player being held there. That'll be a Glenorchy ball.
So Cooper Hills, I think it is. No, it's coming back. Might have been off the play there because I didn't see anything untowards in the actual play there. It might have been going there to Josh Arnold, short to Camrick.
Paid throwing the ball against Zach Morris.
Thanks, Maxie. A long way away from us here on the balcony as Camrick launches a kick to half back. Uncontested mark Jamison House. He's enjoying the freedom. Usually plays deep back. But today on the ball a little bit. Jamison House to the goal square. Almost a mark to Harper. Spills over the back. Plenty of Magpies there to see it through for a rush behind. So 12-8-80 to 3-4-22. No broadcast on City Park Radio next week, but we'll be here for the final round game between Launceston and Lauderdale. That'll be the last one leading into the finals. And then we'll bring you all the action in the final series. As a short ball comes into Gunther. Away they come through. Nicholson now finds Callum Thompson. His handball puts a teammate under a lot of pressure. Back to Thompson. Now looking for Daniel Joseph. Not clean here, the Pies. Joseph does all right though. Gets it forward. Ty Turner. His player might have been caught high there over the shoulder. So they got out of that, Glenorchy. And that's young Brown there. Back to Josh Arnold with a switch to Blowfield. Waits for it to bounce on the spongy oval here. Blowfield kicks forward, looking there for Nicholson. He can't take it. Hines is there. Nicholson does pretty well though. He wins the contest. 45 kicks, not bad to Meredith. Releasing, we can almost release the handball there to John Geard. Now he goes, the kick which is smothered. So young Meredith there, he could have got the handball away, and now it's a turnover as Smith takes it away.
Smith looking to advance the ball, hand, foot, not sure, ends up going by hand back into... ball's turned over. Glenorchy picked that up there. A couple of cute little handballs. Now a hack kick forward. Boundary line might win here. Oh, Alec Wright, ball beat him. He wasn't sure where that one was going to go. He looked at John Geard, who looked at Alec Wright, and now it's going to be a boundary throw in just in front of us here in the commentary position.
Another score in the TSL, Rob. It's the Demons 7-7-49 leading Lauderdale 2-4-16.
Jamison House versus Meredith. Also sporting the Gustavo Curtin hairdo. I've mentioned that a couple of times today. Very popular amongst the young fellows and arse old blokes who wouldn't mind a bit of hair, I can tell you. Picked up there by Glenorchy, looking to move the ball forward. That's a quick kick on the boot there from Camrick. Oh, could have been a nice mark there, but no, touched and out of bounds. The flight of the ball seems to be, the wind seems to be causing them some issues at both ends of the ground, Dave.
Half time in a must-win game for the Blues. They lead 5-5-35 to the Suns 3-8-26. As it's a boundary throw in, deep in attack for the Pies, getting close to half time. They've just stemmed the bleeding a little bit in the last 10 minutes or so of the Magpies. They kick to goal themselves. Geared, little handball over the top. Taken by Boyd. He gets handball away as he falls down. Dowling to Tuthill. Tuts the call as he gets it now to Palfreyman. By hand again to Seymour on the boundary line. Gee, they did that well. Now to Musica. Always someone in support, the Blues. Musica kicks a lovely weighted kick to Morris, who takes a really skillful mark on his bootlaces. He launches to the goal square. Blackberry will take this mark.
Oh.
And, gee, that was great footy. Wind that one back on YouTube because they took it from half back. Chains of handballs and position kicks. Great mark by Morris. And then a lovely weighted kick to Blackberry.
Play of the day, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Play of the day.
Great footy. So Jay Blackberry, who was kicked the one goal. Bit of a snap there in the first quarter. A chance here from about 15 out. Right of centre, left foot. Kick into the town end of Windsor Park. Jay Blackberry kicks the 13th goal for Launceston. 13-8-86 to 3-4-22. And after, it's all relative I suppose, Maxie, but after a bit of a quiet spot there, they went about 14 minutes there without a goal. The Blues get a steadier.
Yeah, they did, Dave, and you made the comment then about the ball movement. It was absolutely superb. And I was watching Jay Blackberry. The moment when the Launceston guys got possession of it here in front of us, Blackberry was at centre half forward. He just sprinted back to the full forward line. He knew where it was going to go, and he knew he had the confidence of his teammates to run the ball up there. And a couple of good disposals and uncontested mark again deep in the forward 50. Resulting in a goal.
And the kick from Music, you thought it was to space, but he actually judged it beautifully to Morris.
Launceston win the ball out of the middle. Looks like Smith, quick kick forward. Glenorchy have got the numbers on. They'll look to mop up. They certainly don't want to give away another goal. Great pressure from Launceston. Looks like that player Blackberry crops up again. No, Musica, sorry. Musica adds to the tally, and Glenorchy mistake. Launceston punished them like good sides do, Maxie Walker.
Yeah, they did, and it's a bit of a feast again for the goal kickers this week, isn't it? We had the 14 of them last week, and to date they've had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 before half time, so it's pretty impressive. Just got a score here from out at Deloraine where it was earlier. Longford 4-4-28 to the Deloraine Kangaroos 1-2-8. And just a mention to an organisation, Make Runs Maxies, who's got a huge day out there at Deloraine today in honour of young Isaac Maxie Walters, who sadly is no longer with us.
Great cause, that one, and there'll be a big crowd out there today, no doubt, at Deloraine. It's holding free kick going to Harper. He kicks it towards half forward. Player sets himself and takes a really good mark there. Is Josiah Burlingham, really impressed with his overhead marking. Kicks in towards the forward line, and a nice chop out mark there for the Magpies, taken by Nicholson, who's been pretty good there across half back. Switches it now to Daniel Joseph. Gets it to Rybelt, who was really prominent early, Rob, but he's really faded out of the game.
Yeah, he's disappeared. I'm not sure what's happened with Rybelt, but
it's the first time I think I've caught him we've caught him in the second quarter.
Absolutely.
Gets it forward now to Matty Joseph. Joseph on the wing in the dying minutes here of this quarter. Not a great kick, looking for Geared. That's that turnover again. Oh, gee, that's come out now towards Taylor. Now he'll take a bounce. He'll approach 50. He chips the kick up. You're going to run onto it here are the Blues. And kicking a goal is Smith from the goal square. And don't they punish turnovers, Maxie Walker?
They certainly did. And again, it was about the confidence of your teammates once they had possession. Instead of just standing there urging them on, they just got moving forward. Taylor had the ball. Smith took off towards the goal square and bang, pretty easy. It's not even a reply because the Magpies didn't get it past the centre from that last bounce. And
the amazing thing
inside 50s at the moment, I think they'd be absolutely crucifying him in this quarter.
16-8.
Yeah.
But the amazing thing is, Maxie, they've kicked 9 goals in this quarter, but they went 14 minutes without kicking one. So it's just amazing when you think about it. They kicked them in rapid, almost like a machine gun type situation, just scoring goals really rapidly. Here's Rob Soward for City Park Radio.
Ball back in the middle, House and Meredith. No one decisive there, and the umpire said we'll go again. Almost at half time. Ball goes up again. House first hand on. Launceston, as they've done so powerfully, getting it out of the middle. All held up there. Little tap off the ground, and the siren beats that Glenorchy forward foray. But plenty of work to do for the Magpies at half time, but a terrific quarter from Launceston. Guys, as we head into half time, and we've got Launceston on 15-8-98, Glenorchy 3-4-22.
9 goals, 3 in that quarter to 1 goal, 3. So they've taken real control of this game, and I'll tell you what, Maxie, there's, we don't want to talk up blowouts here, but they could kick 30 goals today the way they're going.
It's certainly on the cards at the moment, isn't it, Dave? What have they got? 15 at half time, 15-8 we said, didn't we? And I can't see them kicking less than that in the second half, to be honest.
Yeah, obviously, we talk about where they're getting on top, but they just move the ball so smoothly, and their skill level is really a thing to behold, isn't it?
Yep, it certainly is, and just under pressure, like the 3 or 4 instances of play that have been close to us here underneath the commentary area, they've got the numbers. They've been able to. A Glenorchy bloke will come at them, they just tip it over the top. Another Glenorchy bloke comes at them, they tip it over the top. It's very, very, very structured. They're not just panicking when they get the ball. They're prepared to, run their 5 or 6 metres and carry it, but they know when to kick versus know when to handball, and that's one of the big differences at the moment between these two clubs. Glenorchy are hell-bent on kicking the ball, but only kicking it 20 metres. There hasn't been too many kicks of theirs greater than 20 to 30 metres, I wouldn't have thought. Long down the line to a contest or anything like that. They're prepared to go sideways, backwards, 45 degrees, but they still aren't taking any turf off the Launceston players.
We were talking, Maxie, when you were journeying in to join us this afternoon, we were talking about, what Glenorchy needed to do, and we also talked about Launceston, how they've really ramped it up the last couple of weeks. We've seen that in the first half. There's no doubt about that. And
bearing that out, Rob, is the stats were fairly even at quarter time, but they've taken control in the ruck, for example, 23 hit outs to 8, and Jake Smith has done a lot of rucking in there in collaboration with Jamison House. Clearances 22 to 9, 11 to 7 in that quarter the Blues way. Inside 50, 16 to 8. 29 to 16 over the day, and marks inside 50, another 6 in that quarter for Launceston. They led that one 10 to 6. They're not getting well in that stat in the first quarter. They had 6 marks inside 50 in the first quarter, and they dried up in that second quarter. Free kicks, the Pies have been trying hard and drawing a lot of free kicks, and they've got 18 free kicks to 7 at half time. And Rob, we've just arrived, thanks to Darren Lovell with the stats here for Launceston.
Thanks, and just bearing witness to what we've been talking about. Brody Palfreyman, the leading possession winner on the ground with 14, and then you've got the usual suspects, gentlemen. Joby Harper, Jake Hines with 13, Fletcher Seymour with 12, Joe Blackberry with 10. So straight away, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your 5 top possession getters are your on-ballers. So, and then you've got a guy like Zach Morris, who has kicked 4 goals and 9 disposals. So, they're really dominating in the areas of the ground that we talked about at the start of the game that Glenorchy had to stop them dominating.
Absolutely. Rob Soward, Michael Walker, Dave Gruber and Dave Moy here with you at Windsor Park. We'll take a break here at half time. We'll have some messages from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll have a chat to Anthony Osborne, who's been at Blunston Arena.
When it comes to your home or your local business, Elgas is the smart choice. Make the switch and be rewarded with $80 in LPG account credits when you sign up. Whether it's cooking, hot water or heating, Elgas has got you covered. For $80 in LPG account credits, visit the website elgas.com.au, download the Elgas app or give us a call on 131 161. Elgas. Local, safe and reliable.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Are you looking for a one-stop electrical solution? A team that does it all? Well, think Amped Electrical. With winter now truly upon us, you may want to get your heat pump serviced so it runs more efficiently. Or a brand new system to keep your home warm and toasty. Units starting from $2,650 supplied and installed. Whatever your electrical needs, Amped has got you covered for home or business. The friendly staff at Amped Electrical are here for you. Give the team a call on 633 16603 or visit our Facebook page to get in touch today. Amped Electrical, a proud sponsor of City Park Radio.
Tassie, we're keeping on top of COVID, but let's not drop the ball. Even if you're in a rush to fit a workout into your day, you must check in at the gym. The Check-In Tas app is simple to use and vital to our ongoing safety. Scan the QR code at your gym's entrance. Or if you don't have a phone, check in manually or have a friend do it for you.
I've got this, Graham.
Anthony,
It's
ready?
quick and it'll keep us in good health, just like your gym class. Find out more at coronavirus.tas.gov.au.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
You're listening to great TSL action, Tasmanian State League football on City Park Radio.
Let's go around the grounds here on City Park Radio. Here at Windsor Park, it's Launceston 15-8-98 are in front of Glenorchy at 3-4-22. At Skybus Oval, the Demons kicked 7 goals, 1 in that second quarter. They lead 7-7-49 to Lauderdale 2-4-16. And to tell us about what's happening there at Blunston Arena on this beautiful nearly spring day here in Tasmania, it's Anthony Osborne. Mate, big clash, third versus fourth. What's the situation?
Yeah, Dave, great to be here at Blunston Arena. As you said, nice spring day, good day for footy. And it's the Roos leading at the main break, 6-5-41 to the Tigers, 3-9-27. This game, of course, 3v4 and a preview of the final we'll likely see in a couple of weeks.
Okay, and looks like a breeze advantage there at all?
Yeah, there is a bit of a breeze advantage as you typically get at Blunston, but nothing over the top, probably a little more still than other games we've had during the year. But the second quarter was actually dominated by the Tigers. They just had repeats inside 50s and were just unable to fully capitalise. They ended up kicking 2 goals 6 in that second quarter to the Roos kicking 6 goals 1. So the Tigers probably going into the halftime sheds, ruining some missed opportunities. Elijah Reardon did kick one of the goals of the season from the pocket. He has a knack for really making the incredibly difficult look easy, Dave, and he did that again today with a great goal from the pocket. But the Tigers are certainly in this game, trailing by 14 points at the main break, but given the chances they had in that second quarter, would be ruining some missed opportunities.
And you got some major goal kickers for us there?
Yeah, so just single goal kickers for the Tigers, as I said, Elijah Reardon, Marcus Davies also hit the scoreboard, as well as Marcus Gardner. But for the Roos, they've had 3 players kick 2 goals each in Sam Green, Josh Green and Colin Garland.
How's Josh Green being used, Anthony? Is he playing a bit on ball and also up forward?
More of a half-forward role today, Dave. He's actually had Lockie Gnomsky for company. We've seen Lockie take quite a few of those really dangerous mid-sized forwards in the competition in recent seasons, and Gnomsky's had the job on him this afternoon. He's done a pretty good job so far as the Tiger, with Josh Green kicking a goal early and then getting a little dolly, a handball from Colin Garland late in that second quarter to help steady the ship for the Roos. So he's got 2, but in the end, I think that Gnomsky-Green matchup is going to be a crucial one heading into the second half.
Now, mate, of course, the Tigers have had to reshape their forward line a bit, haven't they, with Tyler Carter going down and Cooper Sorty. So they haven't really got a big key forward down there, maybe Marcus Gardner if he goes down there for a spell. But how have they restructured that forward line?
It's a fascinating one, Dave. We've seen them try quite a few different things throughout the season. Elijah Reardon has spent a lot of time inside 50. He's done that again today after a couple of weeks across half-back again. Marcus Davies, interestingly, has actually spent a lot of the game inside forward 50. So I think Trent Baumel are probably using these couple of weeks leading into finals to try and steady the line-up and work out what the perfect mix would be. As you said, when Gardner goes forward, he's a really imposing presence, but they probably haven't quite got that mix exactly locked in at this point.
Hey, mate, just diverting away from the game for the moment, to me, the announcement that Jeremy Webley is giving it away there at Clarence, and he wants to stay on as a player. You got any rumours about who might be looking for that Roos job?
No, I actually haven't heard anything at this point, Dave. There's a lot of good coaches around the traps, and I think a senior job at Clarence would be a highly sought-after one. It's a proud club, and the list they've got assembled at the moment is one of the deeper lists in the competition. We saw the Dev League team dismantle the Tigers prior to this TSL match this afternoon as well. So they've got great depth, a lot of young players coming through at the same time, so I'm sure it would be a highly competitive market for people trying to get into that job. It's a proud club, and playing here at Blunston Arena is always a great asset as well.
My co-commentator Rob Soward's got a question for you there, Anthony.
Anthony, mate, I'm going to set you a task today. I heard a name mentioned during the week, Darren Winter.
I have heard that rumour as well, Rob and Dave. I know he's obviously a favourite son of the Roos in years gone by, but I don't know what the relationship's like these days after such an extended stint with the Eastern Shore rival Lauderdale, but that would be massive news for the competition if that was to come to fruition. And we know he obviously did plenty of good work here at the Pouch as a player, and I'm sure if he did come back to Clarence, the fans would welcome him back with warm and open arms, I'm sure.
We look forward to your investigative journalism, mate, on that one. Next time we chat. Have a great day.
Mate, just
leave that with me. I'll try and work out what I can do.
Anthony, just before we finish, of course, the Devils players are available today, and especially that's a bonus, I suppose, for Clarence. How have they been going?
Yeah, Sam Banks and Tom McCallum are both playing for them today. Both have had, both played their role so far. I wouldn't say either of them have really taken the game by the scruff of the neck, but I guess Sam Banks, for instance, when he does get the football, you just see his class and what makes him such an exciting draft prospect. And heading into the second half, it's going to be a really big challenge for guys like Banks and McCallum, because just at the halftime siren, I didn't say it earlier, but there was quite a bit of argy-bargy, and there has been a little bit throughout the game so far. There's plenty of feeling in this one as both teams look to make a statement on the path to finals, and for those young guys playing against seasoned TSL players in a fiery encounter, it should make for a great experience for them and good viewing for those in the house today as well.
It'd be interesting too, Anthony, because we don't wish ill of what's happening in Victoria, but should we get an extended lockdown again, we might see some of these Devils players available right through and including the finals.
Yeah, absolutely, and we know the depth this Clarence team has at the moment with guys like Sam Banks and Tom McCallum coming in at this time of year. If they can have an extended run with the Roos, it would obviously benefit them heading into finals. For a team like the Tigers, it probably just throws a bit of a spanner in the works as to how they prepare to play against a team like Clarence. But I think the only other issue for the Roos would be if there is this in-and-out nature with the Devils players, just how they get their team settled and their team balanced heading into finals. But I'm sure if you're Jeremy Webley, you'd prefer to have the likes of Banks and McCallum available rather than not.
That's right, and it's going to be a fascinating final series. And Launceston, of course, carrying on their winning ways here today, and they're going to be hard to toss.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Blues have certainly thrown down the mantle the last two seasons as a team to beat, and I did have a quick glance at the scores earlier, Dave. Looks like they're really making a statement once again. But, I mean, this battle today between the Roos and the Tigers is really the battle for the superior team in the south, and I'm sure that these two teams will head into the final series expecting that they can make some damage as well.
Well, mate, I better let you get to the coffee stall or something and get ready for the second half. Thanks for joining us here on City Park Radio.
Always a pleasure. Thanks, Jen.
That's Anthony Osborne down there at Launceston Arena, and the half-time score there is Clarence 6-5-41, leading the Tigers 3-9-27. We'll be back here in a moment on City Park Radio. We'll set the scene for the second half.
When it comes to your home or your local business, L-Gas is the smart choice. Make the switch and be rewarded with $80 in LPG account credits when you sign up. Whether it's cooking, hot water or heating, L-Gas has got you covered. For $80 in LPG account credits, visit the website lgas.com.au, download the L-Gas app or give us a call on 131 161. L-Gas. Local, safe and reliable.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
At the arcade bar, it's always the 80s. They've got vintage arcade games and pinballs, classic cocktails and all your favourite beers. Experience a great night out or a drink after work with your favourite music from the 80s at the arcade bar. In the arcade at 97 York Street. Just look for the street signs. Open Tuesday to Saturday from 5 p.m. Mention this ad for 20% off your first drink and check out Facebook or Insta for more on the arcade bar. A sponsor of City Park Radio.
Like more than 5.5 million other Australians, you're tuned in to Community Radio.
Community broadcasting is Australia's largest independent media sector, with more than 450 stations nationwide.
It's the home of local voices,
local news and information,
Australian music,
and stories that you won't hear anywhere else. To find out more, go to cbaa.org.au.
And stay tuned to Community Radio.
This sports broadcast is brought to you by L-Gas. For all your LPG needs, talk to the locals with knowledge. L-Gas, call 13 11 61, a sponsor of City Park Radio.
Welcome back to the team here. We've got Michael Walker, we've got Rob Soward, we've got Dave Gruber, and we're on the balcony here. It's a nice sunny day, a bit breezy. It sort of dropped during the half-time break. We hope it stays that way. But Launceston at the moment, 15-8-98 to Glenorchy, 3-4-22. Just want to run through those goal kickers again for us there, Rob.
Yeah, and there's plenty of them, listeners. Zach Morris with 4, the leading goal scorer on the ground. 2 goals to Jay Blackberry, Joby Harper, Brendan Taylor. And singles to Jake Hines, Michael Musica, Jake Smith, Brody Palfreyman and Braden Pitcher. And for Glenorchy, their multiple goal scorer is Josh Whitford with 2 and Matthew Dilger with a single.
Tight contest in the AFL, and Carlton 6-6-42 lead the Gold Coast Suns 5-8-38. So a 4-point margin there. Big night of sport tonight, Rob. We've got a lot of AFL on. Of course, Stewie McSwain's running in the 1500. It's going to be a massive night of sport on the TV.
It's going to be fantastic, Dave. And look, you know, I don't know where you start. I'm sure there's, other than the crew up here on the balcony, I'm sure there's plenty of listeners at home who, on one hand, will be glad the Olympics will be over to get a bit of sleep back. But you're right, we've got McSwain, we've got the Boomers playing this evening for a bronze medal. They'll be hoping Luka Doncic doesn't touch the thing, although I've got my doubts about that. Obviously, AFL, it's all happening.
It certainly is. So, it's going to be a great night on the telly. Okay, the Blues are out. They're just having a bit of a warm-up there in the goal square. We don't get to see the Pies. The umpires are about to enter the arena. And we had the function behind it. It's still going on there. The girls at the Pink Day for Launceston Footy Club. It's an annual fundraiser. And they've done a great job in there, Ron. The big crowd.
Yeah, they have, and it's just a great cause, and we've seen this obviously with the McGrath Pink Day with the cricket, but a lot of the football clubs have adopted it, and it's a great cause. I mean, breast cancer is an insidious illness, obviously claims lots of lives every year, but with the increased awareness around it, Dave, there's obviously more screening, all those sorts of things to keep our community safe and our women's health a priority.
Absolutely. So well done to the Lonnie Footy Club and all the attendees in there today. Maxie, I don't know if you've got an update there on Deloraine and Longford at all?
I haven't as yet. Still just got that quarter time score. What we do have from Cairns, we've got an update there.
Yep.
Commanding second quarter from the Crocs. Port Douglas 13-4-82 to 6-3-39. Kyle Chappell's kick 5.
So if you're a new listener to the stream or City Park Radio, our good friend here at City Park Radio usually is one of our commentators, Matthew McGee. He's on long service leave and he's up in Port Douglas and he's at that game. So he's quite excited about it. It's probably about 28 degrees or something. But yeah, so thanks, Mac, for sending in that score.
It's very similar here to the atmosphere at Cairns as well, because we've got the beaches at both ends of the ground.
Right, exactly right.
We have. Whoever's idea was, seriously, to put that sand there.
You're not a fan?
Well, what's it doing? What's it done?
Good question.
All it does is make the mud stand out. Just leave the mud. I reckon. Okay, there we go. If you can't fix it, don't try and put mayo on it.
Does it absorb some of the moisture?
No, you have a look through the binoculars. It's just clug.
Clug.
There we go.
C-L-U-G. Clug.
I think he's Grug's brother, isn't he? That little hairy dude that's in the kids' books.
That's the one. Yeah.
Look, Max, he's running into we've obviously 3 games into the final, including this one. How do you think the Blues will play it? Will they start to rest players, or do you get your best combination together and get them red hot for that first final against North Launceston?
Well, they've already started resting players, haven't they? Groenewegen, Thorpe today. Mitch Thorpe's been in and out since his injury and so forth. They will probably, Fletcher Seymour had a late start to the season, so he's just running into form. And the guys that they are resting are the ones that probably need the rest, the big guys in these heavy grounds. You want to keep them fresh. So I suspect, what have they got? One more game after this week in Hobart. They play Clarence next week.
And they play Lauderdale back here.
Yeah, so I suspect that they'll load up a little bit on the better Clarence turf down there. And depending on the weather, either try and get a bit settled here, but if it's still heavy and boggy and all that, they'll be given a couple of rest in that last roster match as well, getting ready for the North Launceston Bombers.
Absolutely. It's City Park Radio 103.7, 96.5, and Joby Harper in the middle there. Gee, he's getting way back into form as Joby. Yeah, the first 8 weeks out of the season, a couple of weeks on work placement, and he's raring to go. Really fit and right in his prime as a footballer. Also Harrison Gunther in the middle. In fact, I think Harrison Gunther's going to run in the ruck here. Here's the first bounce. Rob Soward even.
Gunther jumps against House, gets first hand on it. Clarence Glenorchy coming away with the ball, although held up there. Launceston numbers around it. I think the umpire is going to ball that up again. Probably a little lucky not to get holding the ball, but great intensity from Launceston to start. Get a replay, House versus Gunther. House hand on, ball in dispute. Clarence trying to come away with, no, get it, Clarence. I keep saying Clarence, Glenorchy coming away with it. Jamison House gives the free kick away there, makes Gunther earn it with a push in the back. Gunther rubbing his head, going to come out to a commentating side wing, and that's taken there by the player in Blowfield, who moves it on quickly to, I've lost him, Brady Simpson. Turn over here, Alec Wright, back onto the wing position. Tuthill, good tackle. Umpire, pushing the back. Probably unlucky. Going to be a Glenorchy free kick. Taken by Josh Arnold. Arnold looking inboard, looking forward, sees an option come at him, and that's a nice mark taken there by Calum Thompson, who moves the ball on quickly. Camrick drives it inside 50, great punch away from the Launceston defence. Ball in dispute, and the umpire will say that's mine and ball it up just inside 50.
We've seen Jovi Harper playing the ruck over the years as well, so there's another option. Right. Another option today.
Especially when you're not up against another, recognised ruckman, and it doesn't sort of matter as long as you're similar size. House now tries to emerge from the contest. It's at half forward for the Magpies. They had a really good first half of the first quarter. They matched it. They were 2 goals apiece for a fair bit of that first quarter. But since then, the Blues have kicked away. I'd like to start this third quarter positively. As Harper using strength. Only gets as far as Blowfield. His little kick to Arnold, who just pumps it inside 50 into the pocket. No one can take the mark there. Adam Roberts up there against Casey Brown. It's out of bounds. So right on the paint of 50, the bounty umpire will deliver the ball back into play. House and Gunther in the ruck contest. Gunther assumes the back position in the contest, now gets to the front, takes the ball out of the air, handballs it forward, and as far as Harper, his kick semi-smothered. A little scrappy play in this pocket where it can stay for a fair bit of the time in days like this where it's blustery wind.
Yeah, it's certainly tough conditions, Dave, that's for sure. We're going to get a ball in just outside the Glenorchy 50. House and Gunther doing battle again. Try and clear it out. Ball comes in, Gunther front spot, House nice tap. Glenorchy quick hack kick inside 50. Launceston got the numbers there, and that's a nice mark. It looks like Alec Wright.
Miller Hodge, I think.
Miller Hodge, sorry. Plays onto the far side.
That's him.
That's Alec Wright there now. Blackberry looks up onto that trusty left boot, drives it inside. Musica. Nice mark outside 50. He's going to move the ball on quickly as well. That might even carry them. Oh, wrong side of the post. Hit that sand we talked about, Maxi.
Absolutely. Coast to coast again then by Launceston, with Glenorchy not even look like touching it. So unlucky not to finish with a goal.
Josh Arnold in the shadows there of the goal square. Chips it. Gets it in the back pocket there. That's Turner.
Ty Turner, yep.
Taking the mark. Number 48, late inclusion. Always kick smothered here by Musica. Turner has to be a tackler now. Spills out the back. Morris will kick his 5th. Easy as you like. Kicks it through the goals here at the northern end. 5 goals, Zach Morris. And the 16th for Launceston. And unfortunately for the young man there, Ty Turner, he just got his kick smothered. Didn't get back far enough on the mark. And Zach Morris took the spillage and slotted it through.
Glenorchy defence has got more holes in it than Swiss cheese. There you go.
Well, one thing we talked about, Maxie, just before you joined us, was the fact that when they clear it out of that back line, there's just nothing, is there? There's nothing to kick to.
No, they really struggle, and it's all about the ability of Launceston to be able to smother that ball in their forward 50.
Absolutely. Ball back in the middle. Gunther and House resume hostilities. Pretty break even there. Glenorchy do come away with it. Hines busy. It might be a free kick, I think, back here to Glenorchy. Yeah, held on to him without the ball, and that's Ben Camrick, who's been busy today. A little short one from Camrick. Looking for options. Ball moves on quickly. Rybelt called him early. Haven't seen a lot of him later. The Glenorchy, great tackle. But Glenorchy had the outnumber there. Ball spills. Ball played on quickly. And the shot on goal is not going to hit anything at all. Going to go out of bounds in that far forward pocket, out on the full actually. Thought it might have landed on the line. Had the bionic eyes on that one. Kick in there to Launceston. And they'll look to reload and set up from half back. This is where we saw that coast to coast play start, Maxi, a few moments ago. Launceston having a little look, chip it back in. Miller Hodge, I think that is. Out to Jake Hines, he'll mark that. I've predicted that. Hines at half back, looks up the ground. Little chip kick back in towards the middle. Miller Hodge again, who's run on for him to be an option. Hodge looks inboard, little short chip kick. Jay Blackberry. Boom, loads it up onto that left boot. Beautiful kick to Smith. Moves it on quickly by hand. On the far side of the ground, coast to coast again from the Blues. And looks like that man, Zach Morris, again. Just terrific play, coast to coast, like a training drill that time, wasn't it, Maxie?
Yep, and we've called it probably 6 or 7 times today. Nearly identical circumstances every time, with just so little pressure being applied by the Glenorchy Magpies.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened, but Launceston have certainly upped the ante. Morris approaches his shot on goal, shoots from about 40. That one looks not too bad, and straight over the goal umpire's hat for number 6. I reckon he'll be saying to Mitch Thorpe, get rid of that fullback magnet and lead me up there. What do you reckon, Maxie?
I reckon Mitch Thorpe would be probably praying for the opportunity to have him available during the finals when the grounds are a bit cleaner, and because like I commented earlier that he has matured a lot in his size, and he's got a good turn of speed now, and good set of hands. That one was just lace out, took it above the head at speed, and a real good clean set of hands.
Dave Moore's going to call this one. Ball's back in the middle.
As the wind gets up again after it sort of died for a little while. It's blowing up from that southwest again. And the ruck now is Gunther, who does pretty well. He takes his own ball, gets tackled from behind, managed to get a kick out, so avoids getting caught with the free kick. Now Musica feigns a handball and kicks to half forward. That's a nice mark there from Nathan Blowfield. So Blowfield, a relief from halfback, inside 50s for Dave Gruber this quarter. Glenorchy have actually had 4-2, but those 2 from Launceston have resulted in goals. Arnold kicks it back inside defensive 50 to Isaac Manson. Kick, holds up in the breeze. Chance here for Dunellen coming through those. Paul Freeman approaches 50, a little chip kick. Punched away there by Manson once again. Burling's in there with Brown, and it spills out of bounds.
Burling's been really good today.
Yep.
You know, he's the contested footy. He's been managed to get hold of clunked a few good marks, and certainly looks a good player.
He's got the confidence from last week, that debut game. Yep. Played really well, kicked a goal or 2.
Moves well for a tall guy too, doesn't he?
Boundary throw in.
He does.
Bustled out of the way, Gunther and Smith. That's a little kick there from Musica, which bounces out of bounds. So another chance here for the Blues. Deep in attack. Clearances this quarter so far. 3 to Glenorchy, 2 to Launceston. Check some other scores in a moment. But the Blues, a chance here. Boundary umpire flings it back in. Falls a bit short. Smith might take this. Can't get a shot on goal. Gets it to Seymour. Left foot snaps. Another one. Another goal to Launceston. That's their 18. And I believe that's the first for Fletcher Seymour, Rob.
Yeah, it is. And we talked about it last week. I know Arch was talking about it a lot. And this is where Launceston are so dangerous. I mean, opposition coaches, Maxie, would be shuddering at the amount of different goal scorers they have.
Yep, they've certainly they've hit double figures again today, and what a great luxury to have as a coach, where you can say, okay, Pitcher was our key 3 or 4 weeks ago. You know, he's going to be our target up forward. But hello, this week we've got Zach Morris. You know, a couple of weeks before that, yep, they're still at it, and the umpires stand there watching him. What is going on? Well, blow your whistle, mate.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Jake Dunellen's done to Glenorchy. Maybe he pushed in the canteen line the last time they were down there. I don't know what's going on, but Launceston will come away with the ball out of the middle through the agency of Seymour. Quick kick forward there from Harper. It's got Musica all over it, who takes a nice mark just outside 50. He looks up quickly and plays on. Chips in to Jake Hines, who does not have a black and white Guernsey anywhere near him. And in fact, the guy who's now gone over and stood him was the guy that was pushing and shoving a little while ago that you were talking about with Jack Dunellen, Maxie.
Yep.
Jake Hines is looking into the sun. He's going to give himself every chance here. He's usually pretty good by foot, and I'm going to do that commentator's thing, aren't I, where I say that, and he's going to kick it somewhere where it's not meant to be. Anyway, approaches and runs in. Looks all right off the boot, straight over the goal umpire's hat, and that's Jake Hines' second goal for the day. as the Blues add another one. Launceston 19 goals, 9, 123. Glenorchy 3-4, 22, Max.
Yep, quick score from the Deloraine Recreation Ground for those people who are listening and can't be out there because they want to listen and watch us. Roos, which is the Deloraine Kangaroos, 2-4-16 at half-time, trailing the Longford Tigers 5-9-39.
We want that to translate tonight, Max, when the Roos do play the Tigers in the big league.
My word.
Ball goes back up in the middle. House first hand on. Launceston looking to clear it out. Desperation there from Glenorchy, getting the numbers round the ball, and they move the ball out quickly. That's hacked forward quickly by Riley Oakley. Ball sits up, and a nice mark, a very nice mark actually, with the breeze taken by Nick Rydbelt. It's we talked about that breeze, Dave, bit fluky, and sat up nicely for Rydbelt, who took a nice mark.
Just while Rydbelt's lining up, quick score from Skybus Oval. North Hobart 7-7-49, Lauderdale 3-5-23. I'll check the other one after this shot on goal.
Rydbelt tosses a bit of grass. He's obviously watched some of Matthew Lloyd's old shots on goal. I'm not sure why that's going to help him with the way they're swirling around, but anyway, he's going to kick this from around about 30 metres out. Puts it on the left foot. Looks nice off the boot, but I reckon it might push across. No, just sits inside the post, and a much-needed goal to Glenorchy. Nick Rydbelt rewarded for his efforts. Very busy in that first quarter. Disappeared a little in the second quarter, but he's been active in the third quarter, Max.
Yep, and really good finish then by the left footer. Little bit uncertain when he was walking in, which I can understand your hesitation in calling that one, Rob, but certainly kicked through the ball and a good finish.
So good moving there from Camrick and Riley Oakley, and good moving out of the middle. That's what they need a bit more of that to the Magpies. That other score in the TSL, it's Clarence kicked that first goal of the third quarter. They lead 7-5-47 to the Tigers 4-3-27. Back underway. Meredith back in the ruck. But the tap goes straight to Harper. His handball's a bit hot there for Seymour, who might be caught with it here. He gets the handball away back towards Harper. Mopping up though is Boyd. Gets a kick away under pressure. Gets good distance with it too. And there's Brown and Dunellen. Dunellen little punch away. Gets it to a teammate there in Burling, who can't escape the tackle. So it'll be a ball up.
Your favourite team, Dave, have hit the front, 7 points up at three-quarter time. The Gold Coast Suns.
Yep.
Number one ticket holder.
I love the expansion sides. Hopefully will be one very soon. And we come now with Burling. Dispossessed. Geared. Gets it out here towards Camrick. Camrick at half-back. Kick smothered. Ball falls in the middle. Taken by Hodge. Kick round the corner towards Dunellen. Over the back, Joseph. Josh Arnold's got it. Gets it away in time. They're just trying to clear the area. Gee, that's a fine mark from behind by Bailey Gillow. As there's a Magpie down injured here. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, Riley Oakley doesn't look too good.
Over the back, Blackberry. Can he pick it up in the sand? It clears the contest and it just spills out of bounds here. Riley Oakley, slow getting to his feet.
The viewers who are watching it would have been most impressed by the amount of sand that flew up there, Maxie.
Absolutely.
Max is shaking his head, listeners.
One of the bunkers at Riverside Golf Club. There's boundary throw in. Meredith gets the knock away to Blowfield. Gets a kick away. And he might have got a high tackle. He's not getting up in a hurry, Nathan Blowfield.
Dangerous tackle, the sling.
Yep.
He's getting the book out. No?
No, I don't think he is, but yeah. I've seen those.
Something in his pocket. No, he is.
Yeah, I think he is. You're right there, Maxie.
Was that Joe Blackburn?
Yep. He's got the notebook out, so the sling tackle. Jay will be up before the match review panel during the week. The tribunal has been reported for a sling tackle on Nathan Blowfield. Deep in defence. Short kicks, a good one to Manson. Isaac Manson goes back to the goal square to Arnold. Now he's got Brown here in the pocket. Sees him now, goes there. Brown takes the mark just inside the boundary line. Good switch there from the Pies, opens up the fat side. Braden Patterson can't take the mark. Off hands, taken by Dunellen. Kicked half forward, Music is there. Blackberry it is. Manson takes the ball, takes on the tackle, does okay. Costs it up though to House, who gets it to Hines. 45 out. Jake Hines slots another one for the Blues. That's goal number 20. And that's the second in a row there for Jake Hines. Kicked one at the 9-minute mark, now kicks one at the 13-minute mark. And as I said, they're up now to 20 goals. 20 goals, 9, 129 to 4 goals, 4, 28.
And it was just so easy the way they cleared the ball out. It was the 2v2 here in front of us. 2 Launceston, 2 Glenorchy. Dunellen kept his feet, managed to hit the target inside, not accurately, but hit Musica, and he just managed to, just like a training drill, handball out to Hines going past, and he didn't even look interested when he kicked that goal. It was, here's another one.
Yeah, absolutely. And they were queuing up, Maxie, you're right, the Blues.
Yep.
Ball's back in the middle. Jamison House doing battle with Josh Meredith. Ball goes up, beats everyone. Glenorchy look like they're going to come away with the quick hands there. Out to Camrick, drives it inside 50, but chopped off by the Launceston defence. And Bailey Gillow been busy this quarter. Busy first quarter too for Bailey Gillow. Ball's just on the wing position there at the moment. Glenorchy players swoop and swarm on the Launceston player, outnumbering him 3-1. Ball will be balled up on the point of the square.
Great tackle.
It was a great pressure. They could have used that all day. Ball goes up. Tap down to Glenorchy. Hand pass to no one in particular. Launceston got the numbers. Umpires found a free kick, holding free kick, and that's going to go to Glenorchy. Again through the agency of Camrick.
He's been pretty good. He's almost Glenorchy's best today, I reckon. Ben
yeah,
Camrick.
I think so, Dave. Kicks it out wide. There, that's going to be out of bounds, and that'll be a relieving free kick to Launceston. Just short of the wing position. Looks like Alec Wright got his hands on his hips.
I was going to say the way to tell the difference between Alec Wright and Miller Hodge, Rob.
Yep.
The pink boots. I used to get them mixed up all the time, but now, as soon as I think it's one or the other, I search for the pink boots.
No, I appreciate the tip there. He's got the pink boots on, as you say.
As opposed to Miller Hodge, who's got it now, he hasn't. Extrup emerges here from the coach's box. You can hear him shouting some instructions.
Hodge ignores the coach's instructions and goes back down the line where it is marked, indeed, by Glenorchy, who kick it back to from whence it came. Mark on the far side of the ground there. Ball goes back into the middle. Taken by, is that Brown? No, it's not. Thompson plays on, ignores the lead on the left, goes into the square, into the forward 50, I should say, and comfortable mark there to Launceston, who did have the numbers back to take that ball. Ball comes out this side. Nice kick there and taken by Fletcher Seymour. Seymour looks up, handballs on. Paul Freeman, a little chip kick, taken there by Tuthill. Tuthill over the top, taken by Casey Brown. Nice mark there, Smith. Ignores Holt, goes back to Paul Freeman. Another training drill. He's going to centre that. Jamison House, who doesn't often get in the forward part of the ground, but taking a mark about 40 metres out.
And the cohesion then of the Launceston Football Club players in just having sufficient time to do what they want without any pressure.
Yeah, absolutely, Maxie. I think it went through probably about 8 or 9 pairs of hands there and never touched by a Glenorchy player. House moves in for his shot on goal, and that one's pushed to the far side. He'd be disappointed with that. Fullbacks don't get too many shots on goal, so he would have hoped to have done better than that and become another goal scorer for today. Glenorchy bring the ball back into play. This is where they've struggled, although they're looking better by going long. Kicking to a contest. I reckon that'll be a free kick there to Glenorchy. They sort of tunnelled him under the ball a little bit there, Dave.
Harrison Gunther taking the free kick. It's a very chopped up turf, you can probably see on the stream. So a lot of traffic on this ground. It's been a really wet July here in Launceston, over 110 mils of rain as Gunther kicks the wing. Nice mark there to Tuthill. It's handball forward of the ball to House. Support from Burling. Gets away from his opponent there in Cooper Hills. Burling towards the goal square. Music is there. Over the back, Blowfield sees it out of bounds.
Pretty impressed with Burling there. Did you see him put the burners on to get round?
Backed himself.
Yeah, he did back himself. It's just great to see a second gamer do that, Max.
So 5 goals to 1 in this quarter through 18 minutes. Inside 50s for Dave Gruber. 8 Launceston, 7 Glenorchy. So that's pretty even in this quarter. But the Blues have kicked those 5 goals from those 8 entries. Here's Arnold, gets it to Manson. Isaac Manson kicks it wide here, looking for Roberts. Spoil over the back comes from Dowling. They pursue it. Dowling and Roberts. Dowling picks it up, tackled by Roberts. As they do a bit of a Greco-Roman wrestling manoeuvre there. Quite a bit of Olympic...
It did. Reminded me a bit of that bad dancing we used to teach in high schools, Dave, back in the day.
That's right. Remember it well, as up it goes. Knocked away by House. On the far side, Johnny Geard's in there. Handball comes over the top. Well done there by Callum Thompson. Get it to half forward. Clean bowls Callan Daly. Now it's with Tuthill. He's had a lot of the ball today. Beautifully weighted kick to right. Drops the mark, but has plenty of time to recover. Kick's not a great one, but it will find Brown. Has to get round Cooper Hills. Does that okay. 45 kick up here towards Seymour. Well done, Isaac Manson. Seymour, though, wins out. Handballs to a voice, and that voice is Jake Smith. Spins in the tackle. Denellen on the boundary line. Oh, he could have picked that one up and done something magical, but it evades him like it evaded Stephen Milne that time in the grand final.
Indeed.
It goes out of bounds. Right half forward. It's Launceston 20-10-130, leading Glenorchy 4-4-28.
Ball comes in. Launceston deep in attack. It's going to be Smith and Gunther, I think. It looks like him. Yep. Gunther assumes front position, tapped down, picked up by Polford, and very clever shark off the pack. Quick kick forward by Seymour. Going to bounce in the sand. Glenorchy, all the momentum there. Looking to clear it out on the far side of the ground. Luke Nicholson, long kick to no one in particular, open space. Launceston leading in the race for the ball. Beautiful hand pass over the head. Looked like lost him there in the far side of the ground. Ball in dispute. Launceston continue to hack it forward. Grant Holt, nice mark. Out of bounds?
Out of bounds, I think, mate.
Oh, out of bounds. Thought Holt did pretty well there. It was a nice little pick up, and it was looking dangerous heading into that forward line. Throw in on the far side of the ground from where we are, just in front of the canteen, where obviously Dave Moore gets his coffee. Not the rest of the team, Max, but anyway.
That's shut up shop now, so no opportunity. So our scores are level now at Marvel Stadium, 51 apiece, Suns and Blues. Boundary throw in, front position there, House. Oh, the kick smothered there. Glenorchy played it well, just diving over the ball himself. So it'll be another ball up. So we've crossed the 21-minute mark of this quarter. So the Magpies camped in their defence at the moment. They try to escape, kicked off the ground by Geard, but Holt is there. They always form that line across the half-forward line, and they'll pump it back in. Little kick comes into Musica, who's probably within range, with a breeze behind him. So they've closed the blinds there in the coach's box, which is making it very hard to see the scoreboard, but I think we've got it right here on my screen. 20-10 to 4-4.
Yeah, spot on, Dave. 23 minutes gone.
As Michael Musica, who's kicked just a one today. He's confident of making the distance here. Kicking from the bright sunshine. In he comes. High kick. Will land in the square. Harper's there. Will fly. Also there was Daniel Joseph. Still in play. Harper's got it. Tries to snap. Kick smothered. Josh Arnold does well. He's tackled in turn by Harper. Joshy Arnold there. He took on the tackle, but it's going to be a ball up.
That's just the forward pressure of Launceston, isn't it?
Yep.
There was no logical reason why Harper had to tackle him then, apart from wanting to keep the ball in their forward line.
Clearing kick by Arnold, who's not stopped trying all day. Lands again with Holt. Squares it up to Seymour, who's in a similar spot to Musica. Probably a bit more central. He plays on though, goes to the low kick and finds a teammate in Brendan Taylor. He's kicked the 2 today. As we say week after week, he just chips in for those 2 or 3 goals each week. Brendan Taylor. In he comes. Crosses the 50. This is for their 21st. Kicks it well. Kicks it accurately. Makes no mistake. 3 goals, Brendan Taylor. And that's their first goal for some 10 minutes, Launceston. So 21-10 at 136, leading Glenorchy 4-4-28.
If you were Paul Kennedy at the moment, you'd be asking yourself, okay, what can I salvage out of this game? You know, we've got a quarter to go. What are we now?
Yeah, long way to go still.
Yeah, 24 minutes in this quarter, so there's still a quarter to go. And I'd be encouraging them just to take it on a little bit. You know, they don't have sufficient quality to try and pinpoint all the little kicks. Just play manic football. Get it moving quickly. Let your runners run it. You know, got a handful of kids in there who are energetic and need to use their legs.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas. For all your LPG needs statewide, talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61 is Rob Soward.
Hines into attack, drives the ball long for Launceston. Hines to Musica, we've called that a bit today. Musica kicks it forward. Launceston got jumpers here everywhere. Look like Seymour off the ground. Ball in dispute. Launceston continuing to move it on. I think that was holding the ball. I thought that might have been a throw. But anyway, holding the ball, free kick. Pardon me. Glenorchy come away with it and they're heading out towards us. Nice kick there. Mark just on the wing. Mark taken there by Cooper Hills. Has a look up. Ruckman pushed off the ball by Alec Wright in those pink boots. And he's going to come away with it, Alec Wright. Very clever play. Comes out onto the wing. Jamison House drives it along. Another attacking entry. And that's a terrific mark. No. Oh, wouldn't have minded having a look at that one again. But I think that was Zach Morris. Who,
indeed.
Yeah, he's been terrific today. And I thought he claimed that one. But anyway, umpire said no. Umpire's always right. So the ball's about to come in just outside the 50.
Boundary throw in. 60 metres out. In the sunshine we are here with a bit of a breeze still. House, quick kick forward. Morris is there. Smith's there. Smith's got a fist to it. Clear play, Denellen. Tackled by Patterson. There's a bit of afters there between Denellen and Patterson. A few of the boys come in just to sort a few things out. As they separate a bit now. In fact, Jack Denellen is going to get a free kick from all of that. Now, he loves these, does Jack. He loves the drama of them. He's right in front of the balcony. They're right behind him here. And he's about 20 out. Tough angle. He's going to go around the corner with the left foot. Let's see what he can do. Jack Denellen. Bit of an anticlimax, but it's going to land inside play. Over the back, Musica pursues it with Arnold. Musica takes it this way, that away. Gets clear, little kick. Back into a central position. Harper bustles through. Tries to pick it up. Well done by Nicholson. Lovely little releasing handball. They're out of the back line there by Rybelt.
Contest on the wing. Really nice mark to Launceston. Boyd. We've called him a couple of times today, and that's a really, really good kick to Miller Hodge. Hodge goes inside 50. Jake Hines all by himself. Copped one a bit late, and I wouldn't mind betting that's 50. No.
Showed a bit of mercy there, I think. Matty Joseph.
Hines just runs around onto that beautiful left foot, drives it goalwards, and just missed. After all that, probably could have got a 50 there, but anyway, kicked a couple of goals today, Jake Hines, 3 in fact.
Should have,
yes. Glenorchy looking to do something here. They've looked better when they've gone long, and instead they go short. So anyway, it's taken there by Braden Patterson. He's going to go short as well, and that's going to be taken by Ben Camrick, who's going to go by hand just in front of us here in the commentary position, and that ball's going to end up out of bounds. And Josh Arnold almost ended up here with us. So anyway, it's going to be a boundary throw in just in front of us, and I reckon it's almost going to be three-quarter time, Dave Moore.
25 and a half minutes in, Rob. We'll check all the scores at three-quarter time. It's an important round of footy here in TSL, especially that Tigers-Clarence game. And the Demons shooting for their second win of the season down that Skybus Oval. Here's Jake Hines, he takes it, shrugs a tackle, right foot to the goal square. It's not going to bounce through. Blowfield's there. Morris for his 7th. It's rushed through there by the Glenorchy defence. 21-12, 138. Plays 4-4-28. Mards 110 points. Ben Camrick, a chance to launch something here. All the leads are covered. He might have Cooper Hills here if he can pinpoint him. Thinks about a handball. Oh, the handball's not great to Arnold. Striking the tackle there is James Dowling, the boy from Burnie. Gets it back to Hodge, who's had a lot of possessions today. We'll check that at three-quarter time. Seymour to Smith on the boundary line. Centering ball. Underneath it is Jacob Boyd, who takes the mark. Drifted up from the back line. Not a noted goal kicker, but he could join the list of goal kickers here. What are we up to now? How many, Rob? 10, Maxi?
Yep, 10 already. Maxi's onto it.
Chance here for another person to join the goal scoring column. Jacob Boyd, deep in the third quarter here at Windsor Park. Back here in 2 weeks, Launceston Lauderdale. Jacob Boyd, set shot for goal, and he doesn't make any mistake whatsoever. And the defender drifts forward and gets a goal for the Blues. 22-12, 144, 4-4-28. And look, gee, they've worked hard today, some of those experienced players for Glenorchy, Maxi, but Josh Arnold there, they just couldn't quite take that handball there. And it was a bit of a turnover and an easy goal for Launceston.
Yeah, and look, it was one of the very few mistakes probably Ben Camerick's made today as well. He sort of ummed and ahed, just wasn't quite sure, indecisive, and just the unselfishness of Smith then, Jake Smith, sorry.
He could blaze away, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could have, and it wasn't the best kick in the world, but he centred the ball, and young Boyd, he had snuck down from the back line, and he will take those every day of the week, being a backman.
Smith versus Hills. Smith, really nice tap there to the advantage of Harper. Would have been nice if he'd have marked it, Jake Hines. But anyway, the Sirens beat them all. So as we head into three-quarter time, Launceston, 22 goals 12, 144 to Glenorchy, 4-4-28.
And in that quarter it was, 7 goals 4 to Launceston, 1 goal straight to Glenorchy. The goal kickers, Rob?
Goal kickers, leading goal scorer on the ground, Zach Morris with 6, 3 each to Jake Hines and Brendan Taylor, 2 to Jay Blackberry, JB Harper, and singles to Michael Musica, Fletcher Seymour, Jacob Boyd, Jake Smith and Braden Pitcher. And for Glenorchy, 2 goals to Josh Whitford and singles to Matthew Dilger and Nick Rybelt.
Maxie just carried on their winning way. Glenorchy were competitive at times, but the Blues still too strong at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly are, Dave. And it's just a procession of goals and a procession of uncontested footy, and just a training run for the Launceston Football Club at the moment, which is really disappointing coming from such a proud club that Glenorchy are.
That's all right. The margin is 116 points, and the other scores, it's tightening up at Launceston Arena. This is a really good contest. It's Clarence 8-6-54, the Tiger 6-11-47. So just 7 points of difference.
Is the smart choice.
And also at, I'll tell you what's really tight, also at Skybus Oval, because Lauderdale must be a breeze down there. They kicked 5 goals to 1 in that third quarter. So North Hobart 8-7-55, Lauderdale 7-9-51. Any scores there, Maxie?
Your
Gold Coast Suns.
Gold Coast 64, Carlton 51 with
could be over.
What's that to go? 9 minutes to go. 13. Right. What are they? 13 points up. So still anyone's game there. And
anything from the NTFA?
Just waiting on Damien Lavelle, a Longford legend, to send me through the most recent scores from the Deloraine v Longford game.
Plenty of time in that Gold Coast Carlton game.
Yeah, that's on the line for the Blues. It's their last throw of the dice. The stats, thanks to Dave Gruber, doing a great job as per usual right next to me here on the balcony here at Windsor Park. So Launceston in that quarter had 10 hit outs to 6, 33-14 they lead over the day. Clearances are still pretty even, 11-9. In fact, the Pies slightly shaded the Blues in that quarter, but the Blues leading 31-20 over the day. Inside 50s, 15-7 the Blues way. They lead 44-23 today. Marks inside 50, 7-1 in that quarter, 17-7 over the day for Launceston's favour. And still winning the free kicks, so the Pies, 24-11, 6-4 in that quarter. We'll get some individual stats in just a moment, but we'll take a break here from Windsor Park. When we come back, we'll set the scene for the last quarter.
You know that moment when you walk into a supermarket and you forget what you were meant to be buying? Happens to the best of us. But what we can't forget is to keep on top of COVID. Tassie, we're doing a great job. But at the supermarket, please check in before you get to the checkout. The Check-in Tas app is quick, easy and vital to our ongoing safety. Scan the QR code at your supermarket entrance. Or if you don't have a phone, simply check in manually or have a friend do it for you.
I've got this, Graham.
Find out more at coronavirus.tas.gov.au.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
I've been watching the decluttering TV shows and I've been inspired and motivated. My first task was to sort out old jewellery boxes from my mum, Auntie Jean and my own collection. Single gold earrings, broken and outdated gold jewellery. It's amazing how much I found. I took the lot to cash converters, received a very tidy amount of cash, and now I'm off to enjoy a nice little break with the proceeds.
Right now, cash converters are paying top prices for gold. So cash in your unwanted jewellery today. Cash Converters Kings Meadows, trusted and locally owned for 25 years. A proud sponsor of City Park Radio.
When it comes to your home or your local business, L-Gas is the smart choice. Make the switch and be rewarded with $80 in LPG account credits when you sign up. Whether it's cooking, hot water or heating, L-Gas has got you covered. For $80 in LPG account credits, visit the website lgas.com.au, download the L-Gas app or give us a call on 131 161. L-Gas. Local, safe and reliable.
A sponsor of City Park Radio.
You're listening to Tasmanian State League Football on City Park Radio.
Welcome back to the team here at Windsor Park, City Park Radio Sport. We've got a week off next week, but in 2 weeks' time we're back here for Launceston versus Lauderdale. And, COVID permitting, hopefully some Tornadoes action also on the 21st of August and the 28th of August. We'll keep our fingers crossed that will happen. Just going through some scores. So, late goal there in the third quarter for North Hobart. So they're out now a 10-point lead, 9-7 at 61 to 7-9 51. And at Launceston Arena, the latest score there, 8-6-54, Clarence 6-11 47 at the Tigers. And Rob, you got some individual stats there.
Yeah, I have, and again the usual suspects in order. Fletcher Seymour 22, Joby Harper 21, Brody Palfreyman 19, Jake Hines 19, Miller Hodge 18. Hodge in that quarter, and you called it, Dave, during the course of the quarter, 10 possessions from Miller Hodge. So, their midfield really ramping it up. I know Maxie talked about what Glenorchy would try and set themselves a challenge of this quarter. Starting to control the middle might be one thing, Max.
Whoop, Maxie's get those headsets on.
Sorry guys, I was trying to get a couple of scores for us. Yeah, look, they need to set themselves some form of target for this last quarter. Just try and win the quarter, and like we said in the call, just play on, do something different. What you've done for 3 quarters hasn't worked, so they have to work a bit harder and get a bit of a score on the board.
Interestingly too, guys, not betraying any trade secrets here, but Launceston always keep an eye on an opposition player who they worry a little bit about. And today's was Daniel Joseph, who's 9 disposals so far, including 0 disposals that quarter. So very dominant effort from Launceston through the middle of the ground.
Now, Rob, I'm going to send you down about 25-minute mark. We'll see if we can get a grab with maybe a player. Maybe young Zach Morris might be up for an interview. It'll be a good experience for him.
Very, very excited to do that, Dave, given the Arctic conditions aren't here. The sun's shining, folks, if you're at home. And we've got the best part of the day here at the moment. So I'll be looking forward to that, Dave. I'll be looking forward to getting and having a yarn, hopefully, to Zach Morris. Thanks to our sponsors, brought to you by L-Gas for all your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. Thanks for your support. The umpire's raising the ball up. And Rob Soward's going to take the first commentary stint of the last quarter. Ball goes up in the middle. Jamison House in the ruck for Launceston and gets first hand on it. They, as they've done for most of the day, clear away through the agency of Paul Freeman. Fletcher Seymour probably should have marked that. Probably got a push in the back. Ball in dispute on that far side of the ground. The umpire says it's all mine, boys. And I'm going to ball it up just outside 50, sort of halfway between the wing and the half-back position. Balls it up. Glenorchy got players all around the ball carrier there, and the umpire said, I'll have that one again. So as the boys highlighted, they'll be looking for more intensity this quarter, the Pies. First hand on there to Launceston. Quick hack kick out by the Glenorchy player. Launceston got the numbers there to clear it away. Blackberry quick hands out. Miller Hodge in the blue boots. Quick kick forward. And that's a nice mark there to Jake Hines. Hines loads up quickly onto that beautiful left foot to the advantage of Morris. Ball in the sand. It's going to come out and be cleared away though by Glenorchy. Kick to no one in particular, and that's going to be out on the full. It's going to be heading back in. Looks like Tuthill, I think's got that. He's going to take that one. Jack Tuthill. Been really, really good off the half-back today. Goes short. It's going to clear the defender and taken by Jay Blackberry. Blackberry was looking to play on, and in fact he's going to play on. Onto that raking left foot. Real helicopter, but Jamison House with no one near him, just inside the 50. Not sure if he's going to have a shot on goal. No, he's going to chip it up. Sit it up there to Jake Hines. Ball's out of bounds in the forward pocket. Launceston deep into attack. Early stages of the last quarter, Dave. They lead 144 to 28. Let's just see through that little crack there, Rob, to see if I got that score right. Was it 144 to 28? I think it is. 144 to 28. Spot on, all clear.
Beautiful. Boundary throw in. As it's Morris taking the ruck contest there. Out the back, it's coming out towards Rybelt, taken by Casey Brown. He slingshots for goal, Casey Brown. Has that been touched? Yes, it has. Well done there to Nathan Blowfield. So behind to Launceston, 22-13, 145. Glenorchy 4-4-20 out. 8 out it comes now towards Isaac Manson. He's got it at in the back line. Isaac Manson kicks up towards the wing. Over the back there of Joseph, can't quite take the mark. Boyd, 45 kick, coughs it up straight to Gunther. So Harrison Gunther, so one-on-one inside 50, Riley Oakley and Jake Smith. Oakley does okay, wins the contest. Riley Oakley snaps a goal. Fantastic work there by the young man. Had the one-on-one contest, good quick movement there from Harrison Gunther, and he just manoeuvred himself nicely and kicked a goal for Glenorchy.
Just stuck in the mud for him. Jake Smith had a swing and a miss, and just sheltered it with his body there. Young
Riley Oakley,
sorry, yeah. And
that's what you were talking about, Max, wasn't it, in the previous quarter? Just get the ball forward.
Yeah, just a quick footy. Like,
yep.
We don't, no need to finesse with it all the time. That was quick ball movement off half back down to full forward, and it resulted in what you play footy for, kicking goals.
Ball back in the centre. Good start there to Glenorchy, just exactly what they wanted. Something positive out of what's been a very challenging day. Ball goes up. House still in the ruck for Launceston. First hands on it over Gunther. Ball in dispute. Glenorchy player held onto. He's going to get a free kick there. That's going to be against Jake Hines, and that's going to be taken by Ben Camrick, who's we've said today
he's been good.
One of Glenorchy's better players. Camrick looking for some options. Sort of going to go long, but to no one in particular. It's going to be cleared away. Alec Wright's got time, ducks under the tackle, goes back inboard. Ball's going to bounce in between the Glenorchy players, although they're going to come away with it through Dilger. Fires a handball out in the direction of Thompson. Ball moved on. Picked up there across half-back by Launceston. Tuttill's going to get that back. Goes inboard. Moves it on quickly. Chopped off by Glenorchy. They're going to have another look. Beautiful smother there by
James Dowling.
James Dowling. Terrific smother. Launceston move the ball forward into attack. Just keeping it inside the boundary line. Ball comes back. Tuthill onto the left foot. Drives it inside 50. That's a really, really nice mark there. Is that Miller Hodge?
Casey Brown.
Casey Brown. Chopped off though. Brown's kick chopped off by Glenorchy. Going to come back out, and that's a really, really nice mark taken there by Harrison Gunther. It's going to go down the line. Jay Blackberry's perfectly positioned. Wynn just carries that over his head, and the umpire says that's going to be mine. On the true centre wing position. Early stage of the last quarter, Dave Moore.
22-13, 145. Launceston, Glenorchy 5-4-34. So it's a one goal this quarter to the Pies, and they've had a couple of entries inside 50. Blackberry, little fake there, gets it back again from the smothered kick. Handball over the top. Out of bounds. So it'll be a boundary throw in. City Park Radio Sport, bringing all the action through the final series in the TSL. So the finals, the first week will be Launceston and North Launceston, Tigers and Clarence. Here goes Music, it just waltzes away from the contest, kicks into that pocket, and well done there to young Nathan Blowfield, who judged the mark there in the swirling wind. Gets it now towards Daniel Joseph. Further afield, he finds a teammate there in Brady Simpson. Simpson kicks it towards half forward. Oakley takes it, tackled immediately by Smith. This time it'll be a bit of a draw, and it'll be a ball up. So good battle those two, Smith and Oakley. Of course, Jake Smith spent most of the first half in the ruck. Probably a pre-arranged move, that one, that he'd do that. And now in the second half, we've got Jamison House doing the job. Takes the ball out of the ruck. Little 1-2 there with Tuthill. Back to Holt, back to Tuthill. He cuffs it up. Might be a throw there, it is. In fact, that was Fletcher Seymour, I beg your pardon, with that. And now he doesn't get the ball back properly, and that'll be 50. And a chance for another goal for Glenorchy. So not the finest moment there from Fletcher Seymour.
No,
Bailey Gillow. Bailey Gillow gave it back to Fletcher Seymour before he gave it to the Glenorchy player.
Well picked, thanks Maxie.
Yeah. Sort of a little blemish on the good work he's done today, Dave.
Chance here for the Pies. 35 out with a bit of a breeze behind him. And Josh Whitford, that would have been his third goal of the day, but he's offline. 5-5-35. Launceston at 22-13, 145. Margin's 110 points. As Jake Smith looks to clear it out for a fullback. Goes in front of the club rooms. Short kick and finds Boyd.
Boyd's got it. Only about 20 metres out from goal. He's going to continue around that far side of the ground. Drives the ball long into the wind to a contest. Launceston got the numbers. Glenorchy are going to come away with it. Held up there. The umpire says that's mine.
At Dunstan Arena, Rob, we've got Tigers hitting the front 8-13-61 to Clarence 8-7-55. And a really tight one at Skybus Oval too, where Lauderdale 9-10-64 lead the Demons 9-7-61.
A minute to go. Gold Coast Suns 70, Carlton 57, up by 13 points.
I reckon you're using the Lee Matthews rule. They're home. So anyway, back to the football here. Launceston moving the ball quickly up the ground, driving it into a wide open forward line. Foot race on. Ball in the sand. We'll see what happens here. Glenorchy got the numbers. Looking to clear it away.
Oh, too high. Jack Denellen came in there too forcefully.
He did.
Nicholson gets a free kick. And it's an intercepted mark against Ty Turner.
Looks like...
Is it Josiah Burling? I feel it might be.
Yeah, I think it is Josiah Burling.
Has he kicked one today, Rob?
He hasn't kicked one today yet,
He might
Dave.
join the list.
A different number today. So commentators' nightmare, Dave, when they do that. Particularly new commentators like myself.
I think it was around the Pink Guernsey. They only ordered a certain amount. So Mitch Thorpe wasn't playing. So he took the great man's number. Josiah Burling. First goal of the last quarter if he converts it for the Blues, and he duly does so. So goal there to Burling. Another goal kicker for Launceston, and 23-13, 151, plays at 5-5-35.
He's decisively tall. He doesn't look it, but when he stands amongst a few of the other men out there, he does match up with them. We heard last week in the call, guys, that he had a bit of a late start to the season through suspension. I found out what that was about during the week. It was actually against this club, Glenorchy, in a practice match. So last year he had a indiscretion in the grand final. It was 4 weeks. Took that on the chin, pardon the pun. And then in a practice match against Glenorchy, he was strained. Well, we'll get back to it in a minute. Next break, guys.
Okay, back in the middle. House takes the tap. On the follow-up, though, they go forward through Thompson. Rybelt, can he get free of the tackle? Puts the ball down, holding the ball. Free kick to the Blues. Half back to Bailey Gillow.
Gillow been busy in and out of the game today, Bailey Gillow, but showing plenty of good signs. On nice left foot too. Chips that ball up. It looks like Miller Hodge.
That's the Burling again.
Burling again. There you go. These numbers, new numbers tricking me. Far side of the ground, Launceston have the ball. Looking to move the ball quickly. Drive it along into a contest. Ball in dispute. Glenorchy players showing some really, really good desperation. They're going to get that one out. They're going to move the ball on quickly. Ball's heading inside 50. Ben Camrick there, but beautiful mark, Jake Smith. Ruckman, fullback, does it all. And that's a nice mark there to Boyd, who moves the ball on quickly into the centre of the ground. Palfreyman looking to give it by hand, but no, it goes back to kick. Little short chip kick, switches it. Side the ground. Boyd again, chips it inside 50. Could have been any one of half a dozen players taking the mark there. Ball moved on quickly again. Launceston got open men here everywhere, and that one has been taken by Jamison House.
Drift up forward.
Yeah. He did have a shot on goal earlier today. We talked about the fact that the fullback doesn't get a lot of shots on goal, so Jamison House gets a chance to add his name to the tally of 12 different goal scorers, guys. No, he's going to go short. And That's a nice mark taken there. I think that's Jack Denellen.
Yep, you can tell by the little fire up at the end of it there.
A little push on Brown, who they've, as Maxie Walker talked about earlier, have been at each other all day. So I'm sure Denellen will like to kick this, because I reckon, fellas, if he does, I reckon he's going to tell Brown all about it.
No doubt.
Setting himself up for a shot on goal. Wind's just dropped away.
Maxie's
a little
called
at
it.
the moment. Maxie Walker signalled this is going to be a goal, so we'll have a look. Denellen on the left foot. That's, I thought it might have almost been marked inside the boundary line. I think it has it.
Passed it to Harper.
It's a pass to Harper. He'll be saying it's a pass, I reckon. Harper at a very, very difficult angle. Not a lot of daylight between those goalposts from where Joby Harper is, but he's going to play on and swing round and kick it across the face of goal, and he's missed everything and put it into the shrubs just in front of the Riverside Medical Centre.
So as the wind gets up here, the progressive scores, so it's 6-point margin to the Tigers, 10 minutes into the last quarter at Launceston Arena, and it's really close to, it's only a 5-point margin to the Demons up against Lauderdale at Skybus Ovals. It comes out from Nathan Blowfield, punched away from the contest, taken by Seymour, his handball smothered. Hodges had a lot of it today, kicks to half forward, spills over the back, little handball, Musica left foot centering kick, they're lining up, but that's almost a fantastic mark.
He hasn't paid it.
No.
Oh, that's
thought he had enough purchase, but we're a long way away, mind you.
Dave Gruber is disgusted.
Daniel Joseph it was who rose high there.
That was a ripper mark.
He was up against 3 Blues opponents. Still a chance here for Launceston.
Morris off the ground.
Morris off the ground for number 7.
That's 7 goals to Zach Morris. And that's a fantastic effort for the young man. Not in the Devils team today. Their game got cancelled against the Calder Cannons. He's come over here today, kicked a goal early in the game, and now he's kicked goal number 7. 24-13, 157 Launceston, Glenorchy 5-5-35.
Score check from Deloraine. Again, thanks to Damien Lavelle for sending these through. Longford 9-13-67, which, just for our listeners, is coached by Mitch Thorpe's brother, Bothorpe. Against Deloraine 2-4-16. That's at 3/4 time, so a convincing lead to the Tigers there.
Ball back in the centre of the ground. House still in the ruck for Launceston. Ball goes up. Glenorchy clearance, driving it inside 50. Going to no one in particular, giving Launceston a little bit of time to look to clear that out. They're going to come away with it. Oh, could have been holding the ball there against Whitford. Launceston come away with it. Ball goes back inboard. Paul Freeman. Beautiful handball onto Gillow. Ball smothered. Glenorchy looking to rebound. Gillow follows up though. A great bit of play there from Glenorchy to smother that, but Bailey Gillow, to his credit, battled on and effected the tackle, which means there's a stoppage just outside the centre square. House first hands on. Going to come away with it. Might have got a high tackle. The umpire says no, I'll have it again. And we'll have another ball up. Gunther versus House. House first hand on. Oh, could have been holding the ball, but no. Music, a quick kick forward to open space. Launceston players run onto it. Denellen. Beautiful bit of play from Denellen. He sits that up for Morris. Morris takes the mark.
Surely he couldn't miss it from there.
15 metres out to line up for number 8.
He's kicked his goals in bunches today. He's sort of kicked a goal or two in a row and then hasn't followed the scores for a while, then gets back into it again, and there's going to be another couple in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think part of that is the fact that they just have so many different goal scorers, don't they? So many avenues to goal. Morris moves in. Ball swings back. Number 8 for Zach Morris.
What a great individual performance, Maxie.
Fantastic effort. Probably nearly worthy of a vote today. That bloke kicking 8.
And we'll try and get a word with the young man too post-game.
Yeah, no, and I think Jake Hines will be glad we're going to leave him alone today, Dave. They did give him a bit of stick last week when I got hold of him. But no, I'll be looking to have a chat to Zach Morris when I go down shortly.
So Zach Morris with 8 goals. He's played deep forward all day. Just a bit of a different role for him, giving a different experience. And should the Devils games not go ahead through the remainder of the year. That might be where he is used for Launceston as a bit of a replacement there for Dylan Riley, who of course kicked 59 goals through almost just a half a season, really, just over half a season. And we're back in the middle, secondary ball up. Gunther and House. House wins it to Palfreyman, to half forward to Blowfield, takes a strong mark. A good second half, Nathan Blowfield. As I said earlier, he's scored a few votes this year in the Player of the Year award. Nice little switch to Arnold. So can they fashion something here, the Pies? Goes there towards Brady Simpson. Can't take it in the half volley. Taken away by Brown. Brown to Blackberry. Blackberry right on the boundary line. Low kick. Taylor takes it. Gets clear. Brendan Taylor snaps on goal. Across the face. Out of bounds on the full. Let's look at the stats here for Dave Grube in the last quarter. And inside 50s, Launceston 10 to Glenorchy 3. Clearances to Blues 7 to Glenorchy 4. Marks inside 50, 6-0. So they're dominating again all the stats, and they're dominating on the scoreboard, the Blues. Lead is blown out at the moment to 128 points. On the wing. Pies with it. The handball backwards. Falls with Holt. His releasing handball is a really good one. Here they go now through Tuthill. Holt to Hines. Back once again to Seymour, who just pumps it inside 50. Chance there. Musica takes it. Little handball, Morris. For goal number 9, it'll bounce away. Won't score. Taken the back pocket there by Camerick. Gets it to Arnold. So Arnold, back to Camerick. Up the wing, nice kick here looking for Roberts, who can't take the mark. Spills over the back though. Pye still a chance. Kick to half forward. Intercepted there by Smith on Whitford. Smith has Hines in lots of territory. Fumbles slightly. Kicks sideways. Finds Jack Tuthill. Under pressure from Rybelt. Up towards half forward. Mark taken. Josiah Burley.
Just had the glasses on the bench too, gentlemen, because I had...
Burling plays on through Maxi and finds Hines, who marks 45 out, 45 angle. Yes, Max?
Yep, not quite sure. I think it's Woolley over there with the jacket on, and haven't called him for the second half. And Pitcher's got a fair bit of ice applied to his left knee by the looks of it. So they haven't taken much part, if any, in the second half. So they've had a couple of rotations down too, the Blues.
Good, well spotted, Maxi. I'd noticed that one. As Hines delivers and is off to the right, will probably miss everything. Fades out of bounds on the full. 25-13, 163 to 5-5-35. Might give you a last stint, Rob, before you head down to the boundary.
Thanks, Foz. Glenorchy looking to advance the ball quickly there. The umpire said go back, and they have, and it's taken there by Ben Camerick. Been busy in this last quarter particularly. Not sure about that kick across goal, but it'll be okay for him, and they've taken it in the other back pocket. Looking for the next kick. It's going to go long down the line. And Meredith is going to drift in. Probably got the Launceston player high. Umpire calls play on. Holt, quick handball. Palfreyman, left, right. Little chip kick. And as we've called much of the time today, we've got Launceston players lining up to take the ball. And that's going to be Brendan Taylor. That man again. Taylor did something a little moment ago, which I'm sure you saw. Just his balance, when he had that shot on goal that he missed, but just got himself into the right place there, Brendan Taylor. Runs in, much better approach this time. Ball swings back, Taylor, number 4. Another goal to Launceston.
26-13, 169 to 5-5-35, and that might almost be a career best for Brendan Taylor, Maxi.
Yeah, I would have thought, Dave, 4 goals, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the final, and I can't recall him kicking any more than maybe 3 in the game.
Yep. So,
got the stats on that one, Dave?
No, I haven't, but Groobs, no, he's draws up a blank on that one, but he's had a good season as Brendan Taylor.
Good controlled kick then from Palfreyman as well. Really,
I think it might be Brendan Taylor's almost his most consistent season. I haven't seen him play a bad one this year.
Well, he hasn't been in and out like previous seasons, has he? He's cemented his spot at the moment, but he knows more than anyone that he's got to keep doing it.
Okay, so
free kick against Glenorchy, entering the square when the umpire was about to throw the ball up.
So Jamison House, he's had a great time in the ruck up against Gunther. It's been a good battle. Gunther meets him as he kicks it inside 50. Bumped out of the contest. Taken there by Burling. He's had a good second half as Josiah Burling. Casey Brown launches a high kick towards the teeth of goal. Morris is there again and takes the mark. And he will line up for goal number 9. Could he get the 10? We've still got plenty of time left. 10 minutes of game time. It's a 22-minute mark. So maybe a bit under 10 minutes. There's Rob Sowers down the boundary line. We'll try and get a bit of a grab with Zach afterwards. Zach Morris, 9 goals here at Windsor Park as they put through their 27th goal. What a great effort by the young man. 27-13, 173 to 5-5-35.
That's a superb effort, and we haven't really seen in the last couple of seasons, a huge bag by forward.
Only Dylan Riley, probably.
Dylan Riley, like I can recall.
He's about the only one.
Dylan kicking 10 down at North Hobart, I think it was, early this year or late last year. But prior to that, I can't recall anyone getting close to 10. But it's been a fantastic effort today, mind you. The supply to him has been pretty exceptional as well.
Yeah, he's taken some really nice contested marks where he's just used his body beautifully. Taken now by Camrick. Out of the middle. Bouncing ball inside 50 for Glenorchy. It's only their 4th inside 50 for this quarter, thanks to Dave Gruber. So a lot of interest now as we've got about 7 minutes left. Can Zach Morris get 10 goals? 17-year-old. In the Devils squad. There's the boundary umpire. Throw it in inside 50 for Glenorchy. They've just kicked the 1 goal in this last quarter. Blues have put on 5. So we've got a whistle on play. I think it might come back here to Ben Camrick. No, it's against Camrick, in fact, going to Blackberry. So a tired-looking Jay Blackberry asks for the ball. Down on the mark, Camrick's right on defensive 50. Lots of calls for Jay.
Get it down to Morris.
That's the call. Lovely kick to Burling. Geez, a good disposal. Disposer of the ball is Jay Blackberry. As Burling now kicks towards attacking 50. Holds up a bit in the breeze. Still a chance here for the Blues. Hines was in there. Player might have been caught in the back there. Glenorchy player was.
Took his legs kick out. I think it's a free kick to Launceston.
The other way.
Yeah.
And Brendan Taylor's got it. And he's lining up for number 5 if he goes the distance. He goes short.
Here we go.
Looking for Morris. Front position. Nearly takes it one-handed. For the ball. Hines tackled. Dispossessed. Chance for the Pies to clear it. Falls to Brady Simpson, who marks at half-back. Simpson goes to 45 kick. Might work out. No, it doesn't. Rybelt drops the mark. Taken by his fellow number 2 and Holt. To Blackberry. Defensive handball. To Tuthill. Slight fumble. Has support from Boyd. Boyd switches to Tuthill. Heavily disguised as Brown. He gets it further on now towards Smith. Smith pursued there by Meredith. Just arches the back. Gets away. Turns. Scrubby old kick inside 50 might work out. Diving mark dropped there by Denellen. Still a chance for the Blues. Handball comes out to Harper. Inside out kick towards the goal square mark taken by Harrison Gunther. He's done a power work all over the field today. Been in the ruck for a fair bit of it. Switches it to Blowfield. Chance to play on. Short now to Roberts. Defensively to Arnold.
Still 3 or 4 minutes to go, Dave. There's plenty of time for him to kick that 10th yet.
Kicks up the wing looking for Matty Joseph. Gee, that's a good one-hander mark there. Grabbed him with a left arm, did Matty Joseph, up against Alec Wright.
Had a fairly quiet day, Matty Joseph.
Yep.
You expect more from him.
Premiership player.
Yep.
Over the top here towards Arnold. Josh Whitford's got it. Turns, tackled, spun, holding the ball. Just had no options there to Josh Whitford. Held onto it too long.
Off the line, drive your legs.
Mitch Thorpe there, shouting some instructions to his team. Short kick finds Dowling. Injury issues during the year, works his way back into the senior team. Goes to the fat side here. Looking for Tuthill. He's had a mountain of possessions today. Over to House. Might get it back to Tuthill. Decides to kick centrally. In the centre square finds Paul Freeman. So they're going to move it quick. The leading player there is Morris. He's too far out, you'd think. Plays on. Gets it to Harper, don't argue, back to Morris. Gets around his opponent, little kick. Oh, jeez, that's
Casey
a great
Brown.
mark. Casey Brown, that is a goal. What a mark. He just grabbed it in with one arm. That was a fantastic performance there from Casey Brown. That's one of the highlights of the day.
Certainly is, Dave, and he becomes their 13th goal kicker after them having 14 goal kickers last week. They've managed to get 13 on the board again today, which is quite remarkable when you think out of that 13, one guy's kicked 9. So could quite have easily, hopefully he'll get his 10th, but 13 one week, or 14 1 week, 13 the next. That's pretty amazing footy.
28, 13, 181. We thought it might be 30 goals. Getting close to 5-5-35. Great mark there from Casey Brown. That's a real highlight. Often we call great marks as the traditional screamer over the back, but that was just a one-handed grab and play on and conversion for a goal. Harper, inside 50, Blowfield's there, gathers it nicely, kicks to the wing. As the siren sounds to end the contest here at Windsor Park. And at the end of the contest, it's Launceston 28-13, 181, defeating Glenorchy 5-5-35. So, Rob, if you're listening, I'll be waving over there. Might get you to go centrally in the ground if you can somewhere, nice and close to our position here. Have you got the goal kickers there, Maxie?
I certainly have. We'll start with Glenorchy's, Dave. Yep. Hopefully they only kicked 3-5, which is correct. Yep. So the multiple goal kicker for them was Josh Whitford with 2, Nick Rybelt 1, Riley Oakley 1, and Matthew Dilger 1. That is the Glenorchy goal kickers. And we'll do Launceston quickly before Rob gets out there. We'll just go down in the order of the program that we've got here. Jake Hines kicked 3, Jay Blackberry 2, Michael Musica 1, Fletcher Seymour 1, Jacob Boyd snuck up from the back line to kick 1, Joby Harper 2, Casey Brown 1, Brendan Taylor possibly what we think is a personal high of 4, Jake Smith 1, Brody Poufman 1, Braden Pitcher 1 early in the first quarter before he injured in the second. Josiah Burling 1, and the man of the moment, who hopefully Rob will get, Zachary Morris, playing in number 22, kicked a magical bag of 9.
And here he is now with Rob Soward. Rob, can you hear us there, Rob? He's just down there with Zach Morris. He hasn't got his earpiece in. If you're with us, Rob Soward, fire away.
Absolutely, guys, and I just want to, before I hand over to Zach Morris, just let Zach know that we've already had a talk to Thorpe, mate, and we're never ever going to send you into the back line again. Congratulations on a great job today. We've been really impressed with you all year in the back line. Tell us about your swinging forward today.
Oh, I think there was a few outs, so I think Thorpe thought, why not put me down forward, It was credit to the boys as well with the delivery as well. I don't think I would have kicked as many as I did without their delivery. Yeah,
the delivery was spot on, but again, your positioning was great. Do you think the work you've done as a backman has been of benefit to you as a forward?
Yeah, I reckon I did a bit of craft stuff during the week, like the last 3 weeks, I think. Just working on it because I haven't really played with Lonnie in a while, and Thorpe sent me a message a couple of weeks ago saying he wants to see me play forward, so no, it was definitely good to swing forward and kick a couple of snags.
Yeah, you did very well. 9 snags, terrific job. Tell us about your work through the year as a backman, because as I said, we've seen you a few times for Launceston. Every game we reckon you've got better. Tell us about the work you've put into that.
Oh, just really pre-season with the Devils stuff I did. But just talking to the older blokes as well, getting advice off them really helps. Like people like Woosha, Butters, Boydie, stuff, people like them, they're just amazing to talk to as well. It's a credit to them.
All right, Zach.
Yeah.
Terrific effort today. As
Thanks
you said,
very much.
Great team effort, great supply. Well done from us at City Park Radio on your 9 goals.
Thanks, Rob.
And as I said, we'll grab hold of Thorpe and make sure that magnet stays forward, mate. Good on you.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
That's Rob Soward there with Zach Morris. A great interview there at the end of a game where the Launceston team scored 28-13 at 181, defeating Glenorchy 5-5-35. We'll wrap the stream up pretty soon and our broadcast on City Park Radio. But Maxie, have you got some better players there and some votes? But while you're thinking of your votes, I'll just go through the team stats thanks to Dave Gruber. For Launceston today, they had 44 hit-outs to Glenorchy's 17, 11-3 in that last quarter. Jamison House did a great job there as a makeshift ruckman. Clearances 8-5 the Blues way in that last quarter. They won that stat 39-25. Inside 50s 61-27 and 17-4 in the final quarter. Marks inside 50 the Blues. Maxie had an amazing 11 marks inside 50 in that last quarter. You don't see that very often. 28 for the day, and they won that 28-7. In fact, Glenorchy had 6 of those marks inside 50s in the first quarter, and that was 7 for the day. Free kicks, the Pies 30 to Launceston 17. Okay, so for his better players and votes, Maxie Walker.
Yep, thanks Dave, and a couple of those stats that Grooves provide us with today. Hit out 44-17. Understand and accept that neither side had a recognised ruckman playing today, but the ability for Launceston using House, Smith, who else went up for a little while? There was one more, predominantly those two, Smith in the first half and House in the second, but there was another one there who I can't recall chopping out for him. That was a great effort to give those mids first opportunity for the clearance, and inside 50s 61-27. Even though they've only doubled them inside 60, the scoreboard, their percentage of being able to condense and score something every time it goes in, Launceston, they've been able to do that all year. Best players for Glenorchy, few and far between today, to be honest, with 5 goals, 5 for the day. I thought Harrison Gunther tried hard. Blowfield tried hard all day as well. Oakley, John Geard early in the part. Josh Meredith sort of in and out of the game a little bit, and Ben probably thought Ben Karamek was their best for the day. For Launceston, we've got a team sheet here of 22, and there wasn't too many that you would leave out, so apologies to all the guys, but I thought Grant Holt was one of his better games that I've seen him play. He's another guy like the Brendan Taylors of the world who are consolidating their spot in the team. Jay Blackberry led from the front as he normally does. Fletcher Seymour didn't get a great deal towards the end of the game, but had done his work by then. I thought Miller Hodge, one of his better games as well. Brendan Taylor chipped in with his 4 goals. I thought he was exceptional. Who else I have here? Josiah Burling. Seen him play footy twice and very impressed with both games, and he's only going to get better as well. For the votes today, for one vote, I thought controlled the back line. Jack Tuttle was very impressed with his game today. 2 votes in the midfield and around the ground. It wasn't just in the guts at centre clearances that he got it. Was Brodie Palferman for 2 votes, and 3 to the king of Windsor Park today. No doubt he'll share with his dad that he's probably a better footballer than young Grant now, but 3 votes to Zach Morris for a best on-ground performance with 9 goals. Don't think there was any blemishes in that as well. I think it might have been 9 straight.
You're right about that, Maxie.
Can't recall him kicking any points, so fantastic effort. Watch out competition, because Launceston are hitting their straps at the right end of the season, guys.
Michael Walker, our expert commentator here on City Park Radio. Thanks to you today, Max.
My pleasure. Apology for being late.
That's all right.
Traffic from Deloraine was hectic.
Thanks to Dave Gruber, our stats man today. Thanks, Rob. Thanks very much. Better turn you on there.
Thanks very much, Dave. And great to chat to young Zach. Love that enthusiasm with young players that enjoy some success.
And thanks to our man back in the studio, Chris Ball, for getting us to air today. Thanks for the crew here at Launceston Footy Club for hosting us. It's been a big day here with the Pink Day, the fundraising day. And thanks to Ben on camera, and thanks to Ash, who's been coordinating the streaming down in Hobart. That's all from us here at Windsor Park. At final siren time, it was Launceston 28-13, 181 to Glenorchy 5-5-35. See you next time.
This sports broadcast is brought to you by Elgas. For all your LPG needs, talk to the locals with knowledge.
Yeah, good.
Elgas, call 13 11 61, a sponsor of City Park Radio.